I saw another day, only to scream into the night. Nothing ever tries to change, even if I want to realize. 'Cause I've been sitting here, same old ways, taking off without the same mistake. Darling, where you going? It won't be as simple for you.
Yo guys. I know this is a late show. I know the match has already finished, but it's evening in the UK anyway. And it's been a very, very, very momentous day for Manchester United. Manchester United 2, as you can see, Man City 1 in what ultimately was a fantastic result for Manchester. There's obviously a lot of controversy. We're going to talk about whether it was onside or offside. Newsflash, it doesn't matter sitting in the mud. We're going to be talking about what this means for league going forward. We're going to also be talking about the game. We're going to be talking about a lot of things. But before we get into it, if you are new to the channel, to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Follow us on Twitter and X and smash the notification button. The link is in chat, so it is open. It's an open discussion. Hopefully, we've gone for some time. So it is open. So if you want to come on and have your say wherever you are in the world, you can come on onto the channel and we can have a good and open discussion about where Manchester United can go going forward. Before I get into it, shout out to King Stash, who says the hype is real. And King Stash was the super chat. Thank you very much, buddy. Really, really appreciate it. Says, I probably won't be on when the stream starts, so I'll just leave this here. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. I really, really appreciate it. This is going to go to my new tech for this season. Rashford is inevitable. Undeniable man is on fire. Goku man Manchester says, yes, I will give Rashford his props today. You know, I saw when Rashford, it was 0-0, when Rashford went down holding, I think, his groin, I was like, and I posted a tweet. If you saw a tweet, I posted a tweet and I said, it's over. It's over. I was like, top four's over, everything's over, because I knew that we're going to pick up injuries. And actually, to be honest, the twitch that Rashford got, I'm still worried that we're going to pick up injuries. You know, Martial is supposedly out, or was changed because of injuries. United need to do more. Like, if United in theory could do really, really well this season, or they could go badly, and that's because we don't have the signings. It'd be interesting to see the impact of Weghorst. I think that the game against Crystal Palace would be a good test for Weghorst, because we need more signs, we need more rotation, we need more depth. And I think if Weghorst can ball and press like he does, then he clocks on and he actually acts like a number 9, then suddenly now you can have Weghorst as your number 9 and you can alternate between. So you don't become as reliant on Rashford or Martial as before. You know, if things actually click on. So that's the positive about that. So you can play Anthony, you know, maybe Bruno on the right, because that seems to be what we seem to be doing more and more, playing Bruno on the right. You know, you could do a range of things. So fingers crossed. I want to see Weghorst debut against Crystal Palace. I think it's still going to be a tough game away against Palace, but I think in the form that we're in, we have to win this game, especially going into them, because we're going to talk about it. Because if United beats Crystal Palace, they will only be 3 points behind Arsenal with an extra game played to obviously then play Arsenal. So that momentum going in will be huge. But yeah, happy days for Manchester United, man. Eddie Vortex says, Manchester is red. Thank you very much, Eddie. Appreciate it. Mo Water says, I heard 5-0, I heard 4-0. Well, that's a fair point. That's a fair point, Mo. In fact, I'm gonna text my guy. I'm gonna text. I'm gonna text Patrick. I'm texting Patrick right now. I'm texting Patrick right now. If you're free, let's see. I'm texting Patrick right now. Patrick was, to in fairness, Patrick was available. I see Samas in the chat. We'll bring you in a second, Samas. I'm just going to do a brief monologue, and then we'll have a discussion. But yeah, I saw Patrick and Don Smith after the game, and let's just say, it was there was some bitterness. You know what I mean? There was some bitterness. There was some bitterness there. There was some bitterness there. Eddie says, big up RDS, bragging rights on the red side. Manchester for once is refreshing. Yes, exactly. Finally, we deserve it, actually. Simon says, hi, Man City is in the mud. They are, Smassy. Eddie says, Rash Pappy, relax. Relax, Eddie, relax. We're not in Mbappe's level yet. FT Junior said, that was easy win. Pep always overthinking. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to talk about that, actually. J2S says, great run so far, but can't be kept up due to exactly J2S. Exactly. The reality is that Manchester United don't have the squad depth. I'm interested to see what Weghorst will do when he comes to make his debut. If he balls, I doubt he will, but if he does ball, then suddenly United have a bit more versatility up front, and we don't necessarily have to rely on Martial, especially if the pressing statistics are true. Whether he can be quick on the counter, I don't know, but I think that with Weghorst, and I don't really talk much about Weghorst. We had a live stream for that, but if you can play Weghorst against the teams that aren't going to quickly counter, that are going to be more physical, that are going to be dropping deep so much and get a result from that, I think that'd be good for United going forward in the season. But fundamentally, it's this, guys. Fundamentally, it's this. If I was to basically summarize the game, Manchester United in the first half shut up shop. They shut up shop, and they didn't allow City to do much of anything. Fred basically had KDB in his pocket for most of the game, but certainly in the first half. And it was actually when he let KDB go that KDB wanted to score the goal. But Fred pocketed KDB. And scarily, it looks like if KDB is pocketed, Haaland can't function. So if you're a rival team watching this and thinking, how do I stop anyone? Because I was in my mind, I was like, and I said to you in the preview, I was like, I don't know how United stop Haaland. I don't know how they stop Haaland. Now I know how you stop Haaland. You stop the creative outlet to Haaland, and the creative outlet to Haaland seems to be De Bruyne. For whatever reason. Luke Shaw and Malacia had solid games. I'm surprised that a left back was able to pocket a striker. Dusa, yeah, Haaland had touches. He had less touches than Maguire, apparently. Less touches than Maguire. I mean, I don't know whether I can see it in the stat. I don't know whether I can, if I go to the lineups. No, let's have a look. I wonder if they give stats on individual. No, they don't. It's fine. But I've never seen a left back pocket a striker like I did when Luke Shaw did with Luke Shaw and what he did today. Luke Shaw was fantastic. He's having a brilliant season, Luke Shaw. A brilliant season. Brilliant. And Malacia, who got cooked last time, he dealt with Mahrez pretty comfortably. Dealt with him. He dealt with Mahrez. Absolutely dealt with him. No, just dealt with him. Okay. Casemiro is arguably our player of the season so far. And I said in the preview that you can't, this is why I love Ten Hag, because it's like with previous managers, you're like, play this, do this is going to work. And they do the opposite. Ole did it, Mourinho did it, etc. With Ten Hag, you're like, wow, he's actually playing who I think should play. And I said, I was like, bro, you cannot play Eriksen and McTominay in that midfield again. You're going to get bodied. We're going to get bodied in that midfield. Instead, it was like, nope, I'm going to bring Casemiro. I'm going to bring Fred. We're going to bring that tenacity in. And it worked. It worked. If I'm honest, guys, we need to play that midfield against Arsenal. If I'm honest, guys, if I'm honest, guys, we shouldn't change that. The only thing is, you could make an argument that we can probably play Lisandro. We can play Lisandro Martinez against Arsenal, and you can put Luke Shaw back up to left back. I don't think you necessarily need Luke Shaw centre back, really. But why say no, Samasi? But I would play the same team against Arsenal next week. The only thing I might do is bring Lisandro in, put Luke Shaw back to left back. Although I wouldn't mind having the same centre. It doesn't really matter. And you have to ask the question as to whether Garnacho deserves to start. Martial looks like he's out. So if I was Ten Hag, I'd be like, start Rashford as the number. Well, it's difficult. You could start Rashford as the number 9 and put Garnacho left, or you could start Weghorst spending on his starts. I don't know. But at the end of the day, Ten Hag got his tactics spot on, absolutely spot on in this game. Yes, there was controversy. Was it offside? Was it offside? I'm going to be honest. United were lucky. I thought that Rashford was interfering with play. He was interfering the ball. That's why I thought it was offside. But then Peter Walton then came on. And maybe someone in the chat could help me. But Peter Walton came on and was like, they've tweaked the rules this season. And by tweaking the rules this season, they basically said that, no, you have to touch the ball or you have to impede someone or whatever. I don't know. So the goal stood. I didn't know that rule changed, but apparently it changed. It is what it is. But if you're a City fan watching this or listening, you're like, you didn't lose the game because of that. People say momentum shifted or the rest of it. No. City only had one shot on target in 90 minutes. That's not because of the referee. That's the first thing. The second thing is, this is the third game in a row where City have struggled to break down a team. Because United played a back 4. What are you going to do when you play against Conte's back 5 next week? Couldn't break a back 5 down against Everton. Couldn't break down Southampton. Couldn't break down United. So there's a pattern developing. And it looks like if you take Mark KDB out of the game, Haaland is ineffective. Haaland doesn't track back. He doesn't drop back. He doesn't link up play. If Haaland, ironic enough like Ronaldo, if Haaland isn't scoring goals, he doesn't really add much to this City team. And you have to ask the question, you have a World Cup winning Julian Alvarez on the bench and he didn't come on. Is that the referee's fault? Think about it. Just think about it, So, and the reality is as well, guys, that second goal, if you've got the right mentality, you don't allow that second goal to happen. It was a brilliant finish by Rashford, been right place, right time. And Rashford is on fire right now. Marcus Rashford is on fire right now. And I think that, I'm not going to say anything, but I think that Ten Hag is transforming this team. And I think that we'll be able to, depending on what the results are next week, we'll be able to make a better assessment as to where Manchester United will be going forward. Obviously, yeah, Jack Grealish scored his goal. Wan-Bissaka was up fault, I think, in the post. Fred left KDB, but it's difficult because at the end of the day, we won the game, and I'm happy. I'm really, really, really happy. And I would hate it if Manchester United couldn't finish the season without a trophy. United need a trophy. We're in the cap. We should beat Nottingham Forest home and away. The final's probably going to be against Newcastle. United, if we can even, if you told me United are going to get top 4 in a Carabao Cup, I'd said that's a good season. That's a good season. Now you're thinking that United might be able to do more than that. So let's see what happens. Let me quickly get to the comments and I'll bring Samasi in. Let's have a look. J2S, Pep might need to go on sabbatical after that post-match interview. Yeah, I mean, Pep was literally like, we cannot win the Premier League or the Carabao Cup. We've got loads. Don't compare Pep Guardiola to Fergie again. Do not compare Pep Guardiola to Sir Alex Ferguson ever again. Okay, I'll just say no. Do not compare him to Sir Alex. Just don't. Imagine winning a league with a lone sign like Weghorst would have to be number 1 done. Yes, exactly. It would be. Samasi, Man United has one of the best defense. in the league, and Ten Hag. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly. I mean, if I go, I'll just click to the Premier League table here. United, obviously, if they've conceded 21 goals, but bear in mind, most of those goals, I think 12 of those goals came from the first 3 games of the season against City, against Brentford, against Brighton. That's where 12 of those goals came from. If you remove those games away, United's defense has been very, very solid. Maybe not as solid as Newcastle's, but very, very solid. And to be honest, City have conceded 18 goals. City have only conceded 3 goals less than us with the same games played. So United's defense has been better than City's so far. That's important. And then obviously Arsenal's defense is one reason why they are where they are. But there's a reason why United are in the top 4 as we speak. So absolutely. H7 says United are back. No, United are not back. H7, Arsenal are back. Title race is on. Arsenal are always favourites for the title race. We've known that for a while now. You can say thanks to us because you need to make sure you go and beat Spurs tomorrow. Don't let Spurs beat you because then things get interesting. So if Spurs win, then things get interesting. Things get very, very, very interesting if Spurs win. I mean, I'm looking at that table right now, and if Spurs beat Arsenal somehow, okay, City will still be, I think, 5 points. United will be 6 points. Obviously, United will play Crystal Palace midweek, and then obviously play Arsenal and things. So, you guys gotta win. You guys gotta win. You can't take 2 L's because if you take 2 L's, it might get scary. But we won't go there. We won't go there. We won't go there yet. Anyway. Next comment. Sorry. And then J2S. Love how Ten Hag pushed out Maguire and McTominay. Of course, that was good. Play Spurs twice the next 3 games. I think they're dropping more points. Yes. I think Conte has Pep's number, and I think Pep looks rattled. Pep looks very, 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 very rattled. Pep looks very rattled. And I think that I'll be honest, if Arsenal beat United and Spurs in the next 2 games, and City lose to Spurs in the next game, I think the title's Arsenal's. I can't see Arsenal dropping many points with the momentum they'll have by beating Spurs away and United at home back to back and hearing City lose. So for me, this next week is critical for Arsenal. If they beat Spurs and they beat Arsenal, they've got it, in my opinion. Arsenal have the best defender in the league. Do they? Send me the link, RDS. The link is posted for guys who want to come on. The link is pinned. The link is pinned in the stream. Just the link is pinned in the YouTube chat. So just click on the link in the YouTube chat. It's there. Back 4 and Fred had a great game. Manassi was immense. Amrabasak was my man of match. And Marcus Rashford. Oh my God, absolutely, Mo. Absolutely. Right, let me bring Samasi because she's been waiting for a while now. So I'll just bring her in. 2 seconds. Okay, Samasi. Hey, Samasi. You were on the match with me yesterday, weren't you?
Yeah.
When Don Smoke was there and when Patrick was there and when Don Smoke was saying 4s and 5s and stuff like that. So are you surprised that Manchester United got this win?
I reverse jinxed it. I knew it. I reverse jinxed it. It worked. It worked. I'm so happy it worked. Since the Bayern Villarreal game, every time I say a team's gonna win, they'll lose. So I said, man, I have to believe that they're gonna lose. So I really believed it and they won. And so I was so happy because let's face it, I'm a Pep Guardiola hater. So I want Man City to lose every trophy. And dude, Pep is losing his mind. What he's saying, I don't care about the Premier League or Carabao Cup. You cannot win. We have won a lot, so it's not a problem. Okay, He's losing Martin interviews again, so I don't know what's wrong with him. And Man United have played really well against them. They knew exactly what they're gonna do. They said we're not gonna have a lot of possession, but we're gonna hit them at the counter. And is Rashford is the kryptonite against every high line. Let's face it. So I knew Rashford is gonna score. And was Bruno's goal offside? Probably. But the rule is dumb, but the referees cannot go against the rule just because it's the dumb rule. So it's 2-1 and Man United. But let's face it, Man United played the first half were better, and the last 20 to 10 minutes of the second half they were better. So overall, they were the better team. And Man City have the same problem as Liverpool. They have become too predictable. You know exactly how gonna Liverpool play, and you know how Man City gonna play. Their most important player is Kevin De Bruyne. If you can shut him down, you can shut down Man City. So well deserved for Man United. And the Man City fans who are crying on the internet because they lost, calm down. It's one game, and how many times have we seen Man City got lucky with the VR?
That's true. That's true. Pride. Before I go to H7, who I know is an Arsenal fan, so you can thank us later, by the way. Gito says, I dare first season Ten Hag rebuild to finish above and win more trophies than Pep. No, that's not happening. That's not happening. That's not happening, Gito. That's not happening. That's not happening. It's not. It's not. Pride. You also like Smash on the preview show yesterday. When we heard certain things like, oh, Rodri is far better than Casemiro as a player. Oh, United are going to be slapped 5-1 by Manchester City. Oh, most of these City's players would destroy these United players. How are you feeling now, Pride?
Hey, Red, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear now.
So, before this game last night, I was watching. Have you ever watched Rocky 4?
Yes, I have. Yes, yeah.
That's how I felt at the end of at the end of the game.
Mm.
Like I was in a state of euphoria because I never thought this team would come back in such a manner. Like it was 2 goals in quick succession. It wasn't like 10-15 minutes apart. It was like one after the other, and I was so gassed. Like I couldn't believe it. And one thing I could say about past seasons is that whenever we beat City under Ole and under Mourinho, we never had this run of games where we won like consistently. It was always we would win one game here, would draw the other one, we would lose the next game, and then we beat City. Something like that. It wasn't consistent as this. And another thing I can say is that we thoroughly deserve to win this game because we completely nullified their attack and their midfield as well. We did not allow them to go through the middle. We completely shut that middle down. We forced them to the flanks where I think we defended pretty well in the first half. Second half, I think taking off Martial
affected us. It did.
Had a big impact because I can explain to you, because what happened was that when Martial got off, it forced Ten Hag to put Rashford and Antony in the middle, and that meant that Walker and Mahrez could double up on Malacia, which consequently meant that Fred had to back up Malacia, which left Kevin De Bruyne pace. So it's like a big tile of dominoes, and that's how it led to the City's first goal. But once he brought Garnacho on the field and he restored that 4-2-3-1, means we got back our shape again, and we could counter City more efficiently this time. So that's another thing I have to credit Ten Hag for. In-game management was top class. I think every player today, barring maybe De Gea and Martial, were at least 7 to 8 out of 10. At least. And for me, man of the match was, you can either pick Varane or Shaw, pick either one. because they completely pocketed Haaland. They completely nullified City's attack.
Wait. Pride. Are you saying that a left back pocketed Haaland?
It's scary hours, bro. It's scary hours.
Jeez, man. Jeez. Are you saying it's like I never thought in 2023 that someone would tell me that Fred pocketed KDB. That's not something that you hear like that. It just isn't. It really
Fred,
really is.
This guy was Fred was completely following him the entire first half.
Yeah.
You know, like those those group of girls that go anywhere, like everywhere together. You know, the girls are in the club and they go to the toilet together. Yeah, Fred was completely like that for KDB. He's probably still following him now back to his home.
Yeah. It was. Sorry, go on. Yeah, you finished your point.
One last thing. Did you notice AWB's performance today? Like apart from that, I don't even know if I can blame him for the goal because he was.
Yeah, it's difficult because he was trying to mark Haaland, and it was a bit difficult, I think.
Yeah,
he is allergic to crossing. He always does that.
Yeah, he can. That's the one thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, but I was just going to point. You're right, but I think that everyone can agree that like this is the importance of when you have a coach and a manager. Because for me, Ten Hag is what I like about Ten Hag is that he's a manager and a coach. Clearly, like he's a good coach because he's improving players. Because people have told me like, oh, of course United are doing better. They spend 200 million in the summer, but it's like, but if you actually think about it, the two signings that really made the most difference today that Ten Hag brought in, you can make argument for Casemiro, obviously, and then maybe Malacia. Anthony, in parts, possibly, so, and Eriksen, I don't think it was okay, but I don't think contributed much to the game.
Yeah, Eriksen. Oh, sorry. Just.
But the reality, go on.
Yeah, I forgot completely about Eriksen. Eriksen was good in the first half, but he was literally a cone in the second half. Like he got bypassed so many times, and I think that's why he got hooked at halftime.
Eriksen is old, so he cannot really play 90 minutes.
Yeah,
exactly. You can't rely on the guys. So, but the thing is that like it's all the other players that were there pre Ten Hag that we've seen have improved. Luke Shaw is back to his best. Wan-Bissaka, who was frozen out, he and Dallo being injured, it's like, right, I need you to come in and do a job. Wan-Bissaka's come in and he's done a job. Rashford looks absolutely fantastic now. He looks like he's got his confidence back. Bruno looks better. So this is what I'm saying, where you can talk about the referee, blah, 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 whatever, but at the end of the day, huge credit has to be given to Ten Hag, because not only has he coaching the players to play better, which they are doing, because there's a resilience as a team, as Bruno came out and said, we used to be a team of individuals, we're now a team. But you also have good management. So now, as we saw what Ten Hag dealt with Ronaldo, as we saw how he dealt with Rashford, it's like, listen, you play by my rules, you do my thing, it's all good, we win the game. Okay, let's do this as a team. I want to get rid of all personalities and all that nonsense. You need if you want to play for Manchester United, you've got to do this. Like, so much so that I'm sure Ten Hag is probably like, do I even need to sell Wan-Bissaka now? We still need to get a right back, but let's see what happens.
The good thing is we, even if we want to sell Wan-Bissaka, we've actually increased his price tag.
His value.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. He's probably before this stint after the World Cup, he's probably worth 20 mil at best. Now he's probably 30-40 mil. So
exactly.
Yeah. Actually, Ardias, I want to ask you two questions.
Okay.
First,
go on.
How do you think this season is going to pan out for us? Because one thing I'm slightly concerned about is our over reliance on Rashford, and because he's slightly injury prone, as you saw in the first half. So I don't know if he gets injured, where the goal's going to come from.
Okay, so two things. So first of all, and it's good that H7 is here. Regardless of what happens, Arsenal are favourites to win this title. Okay, Arsenal are favourites to win this title. So,
relax. I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do. Relax.
Yeah. We helped you today, though, bro. We helped you today, man. Just make sure you deal with Spurs tomorrow.
You lot in a title race. You helped yourself.
Yeah. Nah. We're just it's top 4 in Carabao, man. Top 4 in Carabao. That's the expectation.
Think about it.
And I will keep.
We lose tomorrow.
I will keep. Go on, H7. Yeah, go on, H7.
Look, we lose tomorrow, and you lot beat us next week, bro. That's 6-point swing, bro.
I was just gonna say that.
And you think about it, you're playing Crystal Palace. That's your game in hand. Our game in hand is Man City.
I mean, that is true. However, I will say this: we can't change, and I guess it's the same thing with Arsenal as well. Going into the season, Arsenal and United, no one was thinking that these guys are going to challenge or compete for any title. So if Arsenal and United miss out on those things, people can't go back and say, "Oh, how come you didn't win the title? How come you couldn't do this?" Because the expectation from both of the clubs at the very least was top 4 and a good cup run. I'm sure H7 agrees. If you weren't going to the beginning of the season, you probably been happy getting top 4 in a cup run, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you don't get that, it's not like, oh my goodness, we've had such a bad season. Haters come out. No. What you've done is that you've overachieved. So right now, potentially United, but certainly Arsenal are overachieving this season.
Yeah, they have.
And Chelsea and Liverpool are significantly underachieving this season, massively underachieving this season. So I think that as a United fan, that in answer to your question, Pride, is that we do have issues regarding injury depth. When Rashford went down in the first half, like holding his groin, I think it was. I was like, I think this is over. This is over. So the fact they did, Martial was hooked up halftime because of a potential injury twing. So it looks like the board aren't going to be getting anyone else. So really and truly, you're hoping that Wout Weghorst can basically do a job. That's what we're hoping, which he might, given that he did drop a brace against Messi's Argentina. So he might. But
he will do a job.
He will be good. He will be a useful tool for Man United.
Well, actually, you've seen him play, right?
Like, you saw him play at Wolfsburg. Did you have any thought? And I saw him at Burnley, obviously, but at Wolfsburg, did he?
He's a classic. He reminds me of an old school German striker. Okay. He's kind of okay vision of Gerd Müller, just good in the box, good strike, good shooting technique. So he's for how many millions?
It was
5 million?
It was less than that. Even I think it was a 2 million loan deal till the end of the season.
Yeah, he's like Bayern bought Danny Blind for nothing. Pays him 2.5 million in wages for 6 months because we have a injury crisis, and that's why useful tool for 6 months. That's it.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any expectation because I think United will go out and get a proper striker in the summer. So yeah, I think he'll be a useful brick. I mean, when you deep it, and I'm sure H7 will appreciate this. When you deep it, that Manchester United will pay less for a Weghorst, then Chelsea will pay for João Felix's suspension. like Chelsea.
Thank you for that one. I'm gonna cook Weghorst.
Yeah. Especially over this Mudryk.
Chelsea are moving mad. Chelsea are moving mad. I don't get it.
I want to quickly get H7 thoughts on the game, and then we might talk about some of the other results going on today, and I'll get some comments. But yeah, H7, what are your thoughts?
I'll be honest with you. I'm not even trying to jinx nothing like that. I knew you lot were gonna win today. For the simple fact is, Man City with Haaland, they are not looking good, guys. If we're being real, he can score goals, but if you can lock up the creativity for them and make them force them to get other players to beat you, you're winning. You're beating them easy. And I seen that the first team I seen him do that was Fulham. I think when Fulham was drawing 1-1, and they had a red 10-man. And then it took a penalty. And Leno could have saved that penalty as well. And I realized after that game, this team ain't that good. Their wingers are not as good as they were before. They used to have explosive wingers. Now they're much slower. And I'm not going to lie, we shouldn't be really talking about Man City because Man United performed well today. They did. Some of their players did kind of have bad spells, but that's more because of tiredness and match fitness as well. Coming back from the World Cup,
So
players are not even
H7,
fully fit yet.
are we saying 6 points against Man City for Arsenal?
Oh, I'd say 4 to 3 points at least, 3 to 4 points. Yeah, we're beating them for sure. I think we're gonna beat them at the Emirates, but
Oh,
away.
you're gonna beat them just in the first half. Let's face it, they're one half. They're
Nah.
horrible in the first half and then better in the second half. You're gonna be done with them in the first half.
Well, I think we're
Can I say
defensively better than
something?
them.
I love how Arsenal play football. It's great to watch. Let's face it.
No, it's definitely they're definitely playing a lot. But I think the key things with Arsenal United as to where they'll be is ultimately is going to be their squad depth. That's the key thing because it's like we're saying all this stuff now, but then what happens if Partey gets injured? What happens if Odegaard gets injured? What happens if Casemiro gets injured? What happens if Rashford gets injured? So yes, in theory, if both squads keep their best starting 11s, they can do some things. But the Europa League hasn't started yet. FA Cup games, and I think the Europa League is going to be a big issue with the Thursday night football games. And you're saying that you're not getting squad depth in. So that's why, when I'm saying this, I'm not saying it as to kind of be like, oh, be humble, etc. I'm trying to be real in that, like, this is almost a false pretense, but I'll be much more confident when, okay, United are 10 points clear, fourth, whatever, when the Europa League is on. Personally, for me, I actually think that United should throw the Europa League and just say, listen.
And you got a good excuse because you're playing Barcelona.
Exactly. So
Just
play Barcelona, get
let's
the
face
win,
it.
throw it, and then focus on league and getting an FA Cup or Cup or whatever, and do that.
By the way,
Red, another thing I wanted to say is I feel much more confident of throwing the Europa League away because, like, normally, if it wasn't this season, I wouldn't throw the Europa League away because it's another way of getting into the CL. But like this season, if you see who's competing for the top four, like Liverpool aren't competing. Like we're gonna talk about Liverpool later, I assume, but like they're not competing for top four. Chelsea are not competing for top four. So realistically, we've got what, Tottenham, Newcastle, and maybe like Brighton, Brentford. And I'm pretty sure we can like get a like finish above at least three of those four. So.
So I'll just quickly first is I want to ask a question: are Arsenal fans frauds for not signing Mudryk, or was that good business by not signing him? 100 million is praised for 12 goals in the Ukrainian league. Well, let's pivot because we'll come back to United and City and maybe talk about the table and stuff like that. And for those who are tuning in, make sure you like the vid, subscribe if you're new. We want to get to 5K subscribers by the end of the year, God willing. So yeah, make sure you subscribe. Let's talk about that, and then we'll maybe pivot shift to what the hell Liverpool did today as well. H7, I'll come to you. In my opinion, he's not worth 100 mil for 12 goals in the Ukrainian league and a semi-decent performance in the Champions League. I personally think that Lawrence, as I'm calling him, he's not Todd, he's Lawrence to me, is literally playing easy mode Football Manager. If you go to old school Football Manager, like I'm talking like a decade, 2 decades ago, you could actually play easy mode and adjust the settings to have unlimited funds and buy whatever players you wanted. That's basically what Lawrence to me is doing for Chelsea right now. There doesn't seem to be any clear plan or structure for what Todd B is doing for Chelsea. And there is something that says that I think it's an English saying, I think that says like this person has more money than sense. Where you're spending loads of money, but actually, and like I think they're giving like a 7-year deal and on ridiculous wages. So if this dude flops in the Premier League, how are you going to get rid of him? Who's going to come in and buy a Premier League flop on 300k? You know what I mean? So as an Arsenal fan, I know you guys will be disappointed not getting him, but is he really worth 100 mil? Like what are your thoughts on this?
No, he's nowhere near even. I don't think he's even worth 50 mil for being real. His valuation is probably at 30 to 40 million at best right now, currently. But it's all because of hype, social media hype, and that's down to us. We as fans hype this shit out of this guy. And we've been real. this Todd B guy, you know, he's doing social media shopping, guys. I don't think he's actually scouting the players.
Yes, that's a
He's just
fact.
looking at who's on social media, who's trending. Oh, that guy's linked. Okay, Felix. Okay, let me go get him. Mudryk. Let me go get him. That's what literally they're doing. And it is what it is. We lost out on this guy. I'll be real with you. I woke up to it. I was so pissed off when I seen this news. I was just thinking violent stuff, bro. I think I go down to the Chelsea store, shit like that. But I'll put that to the side right now. I'll be real with you. I just hate Chelsea, guys. That's what it is. I just hate them so much. And just seeing them doing what they're doing right now for no reason. They're getting a player that they don't need, overpaying him just because another team is going for him. That's it. If we weren't going for him, they wouldn't even know who this guy is, bro. If we're being real. So end of the day, it is what it is. Have him. He's gonna flop anyways. So I don't care.
Thanks for coming in, AD. Anyone else have any thoughts on this?
Yeah, I have.
Oh yeah. Well, Samasi, you got the avatar.
Yeah, this is the most moronic transfer I've ever seen. They need the midfielder, let's face it, they needed the ASAP. They go on to Enzo. Enzo had a release cost for 120. They don't want to pay 120, but they're gonna pay 100 for Mudryk. Make it make sense. It doesn't. And if, let's face it, he's not worth 100 million. And if I were Arsenal, I will buy another midfielder and maybe Trossard. I would buy Caicedo and Trossard for 100 million. Let's face it.
No, I don't disagree. Anyone else have any thoughts on this Mudryk, this deal that
can I
Chelsea
go on
did?
this?
Yeah, go on, Pride.
Yeah, this is the most bizarre set of negotiations I've ever seen from one single club. So for Enzo, they've initially agreed for 120 mil, which is only 20 mil more than what they're paying for Mudryk. Then they went and said, okay, yeah, we're not gonna pay you 120, we're gonna pay you 85 instead. And then they got instantly rejected. But for Mudryk, Shakhtar asked for 100 mil, and they're like, yeah, we'll pay you 100 mil. Like this makes no sense, you know. And also, can someone tell me where this money is coming from? Because this dude has spent 500 mil in 6 months. This is giving me Ed Woodward vibes, bro.
That's mad.
Thought B.
I read this is giving me Ed Woodward vibes.
It's mad, you know. So, and shout out to Eric in the chat. I think Eric is, in fact, let me quickly bring up. I'll come to some more comments, but I see Eric Blue in the chat, man. Eric, how are you doing, buddy? We still remember the fact that you said a certain thing about if Arsenal finish above Chelsea, that you would.
Eric, get ready to go, bro. You're gonna be gone for a long time, my brother.
Oh man, Eric, we love you, Eric, but there's a lot of receipts on you, unfortunately, been early this season. Man United on the title is don't be scared to admit to United fans. The thing is, it's difficult to talk about that when the biggest news coming out right now is Chelsea's new 100 mil signing. Now, Chelsea have had 3 100 mil signings in the last 3 or 4 years. Lukaku, Havertz, and now this Mudryk guy. Because I think Havertz was 80 plus 20 mil add-ons or something like that, and Lukaku was 100. You hate Havertz, and Lukaku is on loan to Inter. I'd be worried if I was a Chelsea fan right now spending this amount of money on a player who's only scored 12 goals in the Ukrainian league. And we know what's going on there, unfortunately. This doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And
just horrible. Just horrible.
Was it Pride who said where I don't even know where FFP comes in, because I'm looking at this and thinking, surely if Chelsea's spending this amount of money in January in total, spending 500 million, and apparently they're still going to make more signings.
So apparently they want to sign Caicedo.
Yeah.
But
so surely it means that in the summer they're not going to be making as many signings, because we're at the point where potentially Chelsea may have spent from the summer of obviously this year to the summer of next year more than $1 billion in a year.
That's how much we spent
Bayern,
in years, Red.
Bayern over the last 10 years have spent 600 million on transfers.
Wow. Do you think there's a transfer ban that could happen?
If there isn't,
I don't understand FFP at this point.
Yeah.
Can someone explain what FFP
Me
is?
too.
Because Chelsea Football Club are not making billions of pounds every season. They're not. So if we're saying that Chelsea are going to be close to spending a bill in a year, how can they get away with FFP?
No, I think what's happening is I think the FFP rules are going to be more strict next season. This season is like really relaxed, you know, because they propose like FFP changes, but I don't think they'll come into effect until next year. So next season at least. So
maybe that's it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I think
I
they're
don't
trying to get as
understand
many
it at all.
signings. I think they're trying to get as many signings as they can right now before this FFP hits, you know.
And then basically screw over their club, because then when you're now giving, I think Mudryk is going to be on a 7-year deal on potentially 200k plus a week. If he flops, how are you going to get rid of the player then?
You can't, because he has an inflated price tag and he has an inflated wage, but wage as well.
Exactly.
No, Chelsea remind me of Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, this is the same problem we have with Maguire, because we paid 80 mil for this guy and we cannot get rid of him now, and he's on 200 grand a week.
Exactly.
That's why you need a wage structure in your club.
Yeah, these guys should have just gone for Trossard. You know, he's a Brighton player. He's played in the water. They should have just gone for Trossard, but they went for this guy.
If Arsenal are smart, they're going for Trossard.
Yeah,
he plays in the Premier League. He's a good player. If Arsenal are smart, they're gonna buy a cheaper option.
Yeah, and I heard Brighton wants to sell Trossard too.
Yeah.
There was a fallout with the manager, I think, or something. So, does anyone else have any before we move because a certain person has just arrived as we're in the process of switching topics to what happened with the Seagulls today. But before we get to that, does anyone else have any thoughts about this whole Chelsea Mudryk deal? Does anyone think he'll ball for Chelsea? Like, does anyone have any other thoughts about that?
Can I quickly say something?
Yeah, go AD. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like Chelsea just got this player just to mess with Arsenal. it feels like they're just doing that.
You know, I feel
let me
sorry
quickly before I go to Chainsaw. Oh, sorry,
I feel sorry. I feel sorry for Arsenal fans because the amount of Mudryk welcome to Arsenal compilations I've seen on YouTube.
Oh my god,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, there was a lot.
I've seen at least 10 of them now.
There's a lot of them. I mean, I guess Gakpo us as well, but you know, you realize that when sometimes things things end up working. But I'll come to Gakpo in a second. So Sports Capital says, great win. Lawrence, yes, that is his name. That's Tobury's name. 108 million, says Fefty Jr. Really? Okay.
It's $108 million. It's in dollars.
Oh, it's in dollars. Okay. I just remember when Pepe at 70 million was a bad signing, just saying. That is true. That is true.
Jesus.
I mean,
guys, Red, we're getting cooked for Anthony.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how rival fans can be cooking people for Anthony when you're dropping 100 million on different players. Like, except for City. I mean, in fairness, Haaland has been good this season from a goal scoring point of view. Why do Chelsea keep handing out prison sentences? Why the 7-year contracts? I have no idea. Toto's doing what the NBA is doing. Maybe that's that. In answer to your question, J25, that's your question. Like I said, I've already dealt with Eric.
One other thing I wanted to say. I've seen.
Just quickly, then we'll go back. 120 million Fernandes, no 100 million Mudryk. Yes. What's the bro trying to cook? Gaming. I think it's gaming. Gallagher. Gaming goalkeeper says, "We love United. We do." FG says, focus on Chelsea. J2S says, Todd Woods back in the building. Shout out to Mini R's on Twitch. He's watching on Twitch. Thank you very much. And mine says, am I allowed us question about international football. Not on this chat, unfortunately, because we are back to club football. So, but maybe towards the end of the show, we come back to it. So stay tuned, man. So Benny West says, I am Benny West from South Sudan. Shout to you from South. Thank you for watching all the way from South Sudan. Appreciate it. And happy we won. Thank you so much, buddy. And thank you for joining for new. Please subscribe. I appreciate it. Chainsaw, welcome. Are you okay?
First thing I would say is Klopp out. That's first thing. Second thing I would say.
Whoa.
The second thing I'll say is that I still believe we'll finish above United. That I could guarantee once Nunes is fit. But still, Klopp has to leave. There's no other option for him to stay. He's lost the dressing room. He's lost most of the fan base. Well, half the fan base. For me, he has to leave. He's just not good enough. There's no future with Klopp. That's basically all I could say about Liverpool.
RDS, are you using Bandicam?
Sorry, just bearing my computer is messing up as per usual. Chainsaw, can you explain why you're Klopp out, please?
Before I do that, is Michael around? Is Michael in? Is
Michael talks football?
Yeah,
I don't think he's here.
No,
that's good. Now I can talk freely. Tactically, this guy's inept. He doesn't have a plan B. Second thing is he's dropped Carvalho on the bench. I think there's I don't know what's gone on behind the scenes, obviously, but it seems like he doesn't favor Carvalho playing. He always keeps playing other players over him. And then he has Henderson that's constantly playing in midfield when he shouldn't be playing midfield. He's the one who didn't sign a midfielder. He's greenlit Gakpo, who's not good enough, in my opinion, not at the moment. And we need a midfielder. He's clearly ignored that. And the guy doesn't have any tactics other than hoof the ball. Just hoof the ball forward and pray that our attackers get the ball and do something with it. That's it. And that's why I can't have Klopp still being Liverpool manager. It doesn't make sense. And then if someone asks him a question in an interview, what does he do? His response is he'll grill the reporter for asking a question.
Okay, but Chainsaw, he won Liverpool their only Premier League title in 30 years though, and a Champions League. Sure, that's worth something, right?
Yeah, it's worth a little celebration for that season, but not for constantly going back to 2020 and saying, "Oh look, Klopp broke the 30-year record, and so that means he gets another 5 years at the job." Because obviously, I don't know if it's the same for United fans and Chelsea fans and Man City fans. Well, maybe not Man City fans, but like I don't know what traditional big club fan bases are like, but our fan base is more sentimental than others, in my opinion.
Well, SSB is sorry, I have to turn my camera because my computer's messing up, so I'll wait for it to speed up again. RDS SSB is a Liverpool fan and says, RDS, we are officially in the Bans era. It came to
exactly.
It's difficult though.
No,
I mean,
I think Chelsea is.
Yeah, it's got to be Chelsea. Have replaced AFTV this season. It can't be Liverpool.
No. Chelsea are making moves though. At least they're actually trying to do something.
What are they trying to do?
They're signing players.
Okay.
They're clearly trying something. We're not even signing players.
I mean, have you, Chainsaw? You've heard the saying like, what's it going again? Too much money, little sense.
That's true, but the recent signings have been pretty decent. Or the one that they just signed.
Chainsaw. They decided to pay 11 million for João Felix for 6 months with no option to buy, who's just extended his contract, and the man is now suspended for 3 games. United buying Weghorst. Weghorst cost less than João Felix's suspension.
But
Do you think that's good? That's good business. That's good.
okay. There's little sense in there, but at least they're trying something. That's all you could ask your owners and the club to do.
Didn't you just buy Gakpo recently?
Yes.
Yes.
We should
No.
have sold midfielder.
No. Let me just finish it. Let me just follow that up. And did you notice any Liverpool fans saying, "Wow, great, we hijacked the Manchester United Gakpo deal"? Did you see any of that? Were you a part of that? You know,
No.
it's going to be here. You know, was that? Did you notice any of that by any chance?
No, I didn't notice any of that.
Really? Okay, that's interesting. Sorry, but go on.
No, but
How was Gakpo today? By the way, was he? How was he?
Who?
Gakpo.
I can't blame him because it's his first Premier League game. I can't
Okay.
roast him.
I'm not just a question. Just how was he?
No, he was poor, but Salah was even worse.
What? Salah was bad?
Yes.
He's
been bad for some time.
No. That was sarcasm in my voice because Salah's been washed since January.
Okay, not washed. Relax.
He's been washed since January 2022.
No, he's not been
got
washed.
his new contract and his 400k and does nothing.
It's since Mane put him into a spliff, it's been over. So, but I keep on interrupting Chainsaw. So go on, Chainsaw.
No, he's still getting 20 plus goals and assists. I mean, he's still doing his bit. He's not washed, as you would like to call him, but he hasn't been performing to his standards or his high standards. And you can't look at Gakpo. You can't look at Ox, who's playing left wing. You can't blame Ox at all. It's Klopp. He's playing Ox left wing. Why not change the system? Why is it 4-3-3? Why can't it be a different...
Can I say something about Klopp?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, yep. Smash it, go on, yep.
I knew Klopp since Mainz. I knew this will come. Klopp's biggest fault is that he's stubborn as an ox. He will not falter, and he loves to be the underdog. So he doesn't want to spend a lot of money, and he is very loyal to wash players like Henderson. He doesn't change the tactics. You don't have the players to play 4-3-3 and still want to play 4-3-3. And let's face it, Klopp should go to football jail. We gave Liverpool one of our best midfield player in Thiago. And Klopp has the audacity to play a Bayern legend with Thiago in the 10. No, he belongs to football jail. So I think this will be Klopp's last season with Liverpool. I don't see it ending good.
Yes, you're completely right. It'll probably be his last season. But I do recall certain Bayern Munich fans saying Thiago wasn't important in their 2020 Champions League run. And I do recall Bayern Munich fans
not me.
Disrespecting Thiago's Bayern Munich career. So
no, not me.
Chainsaw, your partner in crime, Michael, is here. Michael, you're just in time. You've probably seen the title here. We're talking about what is going on in Liverpool Football Club right now.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little drunk. So
what did you get?
It's the best medicine. It's the best medicine.
I haven't drank it for probably a month and a half, but today I definitely needed it. I had a whiskey with rocks. I had to have some whiskey. It was the only medicine to help me right now. But what do you want to know, RDS? What do you want to talk about with Liverpool?
I actually, in fact, I want to hear your thoughts on because you talked about United, and we'll circle around back to talking about top four and titles and stuff like that. So, but before I actually about Liverpool, just briefly on this whole Mudryk Chelsea situation and what's going on there, Mudryk situation.
Madness.
And
so it looks like it's done, right?
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah.
It's done.
It's done.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Michael, here we go. The here we go is here. Here we go. He's got him a Chelsea
Bro,
shirt.
guys, I was at the bar getting drunk, so let me be. Wait. It's done.
Let me show you.
It's
done,
actually, it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, it was like
Nah, no way. Lawrence actually did it. He
did.
actually went to okay. Matisse from Big Six, and shout out to him, said it perfectly. Chelsea are Cardi BFC right now. That's actually what they are. They just throw money like a stripper. Wait, what? No, okay. No, football's a madness. You're gonna.
Matisse summed it up perfectly, man. He said Thorbay is like this guy who gets a bonus at work and spends it on Mayfair.
Bro, he he actually. Oh my god, they actually did it. No, okay, no, I'm definitely going to HH's channel tonight because this is absolute madness. What is he doing? What is the strategic?
nobody knows.
Strategic thinking with this transfer. Okay, he's a very good player, and I fully agree. 100 million on a guy who's played 40 appearances with Shakhtar Donetsk. No, he's lost his mind.
Michael. They're
go ahead.
idiots, bro. They're taking a piss, bro. They're just doing this.
H7 is here. H7, bro. Come on. Arsenal fans had all the compilations in the world saying Mudryk is the next guy, and Chelsea just said,
All
okay.
the T-shirts.
And here's 100 million right here.
Hey, go on the Chelsea's profile. Look what they done. Go on Chelsea's account, bro, and look what they done, bro.
On Twitter or Instagram?
On Twitter, they are.
Bro, you know the mad thing is Chelsea actually posted a picture of him on his account before the Here We Go.
No, but look what they're doing. The deal's not even done yet. Like, they're still negotiating on the player.
Bro, they actually dropped the eye emoji as well for Shakhtar.
Yeah,
That's so
Oh my
shameless.
god.
That's shameless.
just go on their Insta page. They tagged him in every post.
Oh my. Nah, Todd B is... Okay, this is totally a Twitter transfer. Have we actually ever seen a Twitter transfer, people, before? Because this might be the first one.
Yeah, we've seen. His name is Ed Woodward, bro.
That's a good point. Actually, Ed Woodward was that sort of guy too.
Yeah. He's the new Ed man. He's
okay.
new Ed.
You know what? Okay, on paper, this transfer makes sense because Chelsea need a left winger, right? It totally makes sense. But it's just the manner in which it was done. It's just madness. So are we saying Chelsea have spent 500 million in the last two transfer windows to just play on Thursday night?
And apparently they're still
my god.
money. So I don't know.
Yeah,
where
they are going to get Caicedo apparently.
Yeah, they're going for more players. I don't. Where's
I'm turning my
FFP
camera
in
on for this? No, this
They're
can't be
gonna
real.
drop another 100 M's on Caicedo. Guarantee that.
It's not real. Money isn't real anymore.
No, seriously. Where's FFP in all of this? I need to understand. Where is actually FFP? Where is UEFA?
You know what's gonna happen? They're gonna look at this Mudryk deal, and Brighton are gonna say, if you charge 100 for him, we're gonna charge 100 for Caicedo as well.
Exactly.
You know what? Chelsea, they should just blame Manchester United. I'm sorry, RDS, because Anthony cost 85 million. So Shakhtar were like, okay, you're gonna spend 85 million or 100 million for Anthony. Then okay, we can spend.
Yeah,
Michael,
we can say.
to be fair, they did spend 80 million for Fana before we submitted our Anthony bid.
That is true as well. But I'm just saying, Mudryk is the same sort of caliber player as Anthony. Very good player, talented, but has he really shown at the top level? No. Bro, this market is absolutely it's
crazy.
Done. It's crazy. There's nothing with this market. RDS, me, Samasi, H7, AD744, I don't know the other people's names. Sorry guys. We're all worth $1 million at this point. Chelsea, please. Come twerk for me. I'm worth 100 million. I'm worth $1 million at this point. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your question about Liverpool then?
We'll park Chelsea banter to one. Actually, I don't know if we can ever park Chelsea banter to the side. They're so bad that there's always that's. I'll just say this one point. So like, I wasn't even going to cook or discuss Chelsea today, because I was like, they had their cooking. They got bantered by Fulham midweek. They definitely have to beat Crystal Palace. Okay, they definitely have to beat Crystal Palace tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm not even going to talk about Chelsea today. And yet somehow Chelsea's banter. This is why they're the new banter FC, because somehow you're not playing and yet you're still a joke. you're still a joke, you know. So
I've never seen this in sports, where just some team would just throw money at everything and expect it to work. Actually, you could, if you're and
United?
if any
PSG?
United, yeah, PSG, but you know, PSG at least, well, they win the league at least, but it's not that hard to do. I could say the Clippers from the NBA, they threw a lot of money and tried to gamble, and it didn't really work out. That's the only example I can think of.
I can give you another example. Leeds in the 2000s.
Yeah, that's true as well. Yeah,
They got
Leeds.
relegated.
Well, there's another club spending a lot of money. Nottingham Forest.
I hope they get relegated, guys. I actually praying right now, man. Let them get relegated, man.
I-
Spend your millions.
I
in
was-
cap-
If they're getting after spending a bill, if they're getting relegated after the dropping a bill, then
Well, I mean,
Yo.
if they get relegated, then all we have to look forward to is then the post-match analysis for Chelsea versus Preston North End.
HH will give up on football if that happens.
Oh yeah, he will. It will be called the half-full cricket hut then.
We're gonna be on Suicide Watch.
The movie hut.
Let's quickly shift gears again and go back to Liverpool. Oh, sorry, let me just quickly read some comments. I'll come back to I'll bring in Mike. Let's have a look. Just 2 seconds. Where am I? Ad74, who's obviously AD, saying feels the tables have turned. J Twist says, don't forget to book your tickets for Istanbul. I assume that's referring to.
I can't believe Klopp said that.
So potentially a bigger jinx than HH. Potentially, we'll come back to at the end of the season. Imagine a Chelsea UC. If that happens, then the Champions League needs to be inducted.
Oh no!
If that actually was to somehow happen, the Champions League needs to be inducted.
Oh yes, I'm quitting football if that happens. I'm done with football. I'm moving on to American sports. Full time this time.
It can't. In fact, I don't see an English team winning the Champions League this season being a favourites. Liverpool fans go crazy, but we don't do it out in public. We keep it discreet. I'm not sure about that. In the top 4 leagues, Salah is up there for most goal contributions. He isn't a problem. Okay. I wonder if it's a contractual thing with these grandpas in Liverpool. I'm sure it must be for Henderson. F2 Junior says, my brother, he don't even pick Michael after Liverpool. Says, SMB says, Liverpool starts at 10 a.m. where I'm at. I went back to sleep. It was horrible. I don't understand this signing, to be honest. I assume it's referring to Mudryk. And I have access to Todd B. Rich Sports, shout out to Rich. Make sure you check out his channel. Says, big up G. Great win today. Thank you, Rich. Hope you're doing well, buddy. SMB says, Casado's on 3.5k a week. Yes. Really?
No.
He is.
Bro,
No.
there's Premier League players earning £345 a week, bro, in Bournemouth.
You're
Yeah, bro. I was shocked, bro.
Casado's only on
No.
3.5k.
Yeah.
Can I
He
say
came, from,
something?
he came from his league.
I
innit?
earn that
Equity.
much in a month.
Yeah. That is Chelsea's about.
Red, can I
Chelsea's
ask you a
about-
question?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. So if he signs, I know he's gonna sign. What's his nickname gonna be?
Which one? Who? Caicedo or the Mudryk guy?
The
Mudryk.
Sado, the Kai.
Mudryk. I'm going to call him Mudryk, guys.
Oh no.
Yeah, but I'm going to take it there.
Is it the brick?
The brick. Ah,
The
no,
dick.
that's I don't. Let's see what the name that HH comes up from when he scores his first goal. Let's see the name that HH comes up from when he scores his first goal. SSB says Barker spent a lot of money low key in recent times. That's Bars, that's true. Abduran Bari says Don Robbie has had enough. He's watching KSI fights on his channel. Wow, burn.
Worst thing.
Nah, this
the
is
player-
this is an L at Arsenal
player-
fans. I'm sorry. Sorry, H7.
Pep
The
lied.
player was
He cares
simple
about the
for
league.
Arsenal. It's bad.
Also in the chat, please keep smashing a like, please do. Do you? What is that? Do you can do it? I don't know what that is. To Jordan, please. Bonjour. I don't know what that is, but fair enough. Would Michael take Emre Can's buyback? James,
Anything
One
is
of the
better.
worst game players ever.
He's terrible, but anything is better than Jordan Henderson right now. The guy looks like an NFL kicker right now.
You'll take
Can
Lallana.
can he stop hoofing the ball? Can he stop it?
I'm so done with Henderson, man. It's just beyond terrible at this point.
Mike, you'll take Lallana at this point.
Bro, Lallana scored. Oh god.
No.
Hey, Welbeck's goal, guys.
Nah,
Oh
Welbeck's
my
goal was
God.
Yeah,
class.
Welbeck's
Nah,
goal
that was
You
sick.
you would let Danny Welbeck dunk on
It's Welle.
Liverpool.
It's Welle. It's Danny
Yeah.
Welle.
That was
Welbeck.
That was
That
fun.
Welle.
Fun.
That's Pele, innit?
And
Yes,
big
I
up
have
Eddie
to
Man.
surprise
Make sure you check out his channel as well. In the chat. True, some guys need to make a couple hundred a week. And he's going to be called Mudryk. Probably. Mike,
Oh, yeah.
Chainsaw. Yeah, it's Chainsaw. You want to ask me something? My is where do Liverpool go from here? Was that what you're about to say, Chainsaw?
Where do you think they'll finish the season?
I was gonna say, do we judge players based on transfer money rather than give them a bit of time and then judge them? So even if a player is 100 million that Chelsea have just signed, if he performs to a high standard and finishes, let's say, 7th, 6th, or 5th this season, since I don't think they'll reach top 4, surely we should wait before we could say it's a crazy, ridiculous sum of money that they've spent. Because I think we judge players too fast based on the price tag. Because that 100 million, he might prove to be worth it. I don't know this player. Maybe he's a good player. I have never heard of this player before, so I can't tell. But like from the reaction I could see from people is like this transfer won't work out, or it won't be a successful transfer. From what I could hear from people's reactions regarding Chelsea, Liverpool on the other side of things, we have spent recently on a couple players like Gakpo and Nunes, but we haven't spent on the right areas. Our midfield is a disgrace, as Michael would probably elaborate on.
Sorry to interrupt you, Chainsaw. Just apologies. I can't actually make the screen bigger, so if you can't see your team, I apologize.
Shut up,
Sorry.
RDS.
Yeah.
Shut up.
RDS.
You're shameless, RDS. You're shameless.
Stop posting. Stop posting.
Here's a question. Here's a question for Michael. What's your opinion on Klopp, and how long does he have left at Liverpool, in your opinion?
All right. Before I go into that, all I have to say is, I might be drunk a little bit. You'll never walk alone. Walk on. Oh, bro, I can't even sing that song with passion because this team is so diabolical. I even had to get the scarf out from the last game I was at with Villarreal and Liverpool in the Europa League in 2015 because that was some sexy football. Today, it was, bro, we played like Stevenage.
Disgusting.
It was like Stevenage. We got outplayed by Seagulls. When it comes to Chainsaw's question with Klopp, he has to go. It's done.
Oh wow!
He has to go.
Yeah, I thought it also.
But like, tactically, he's been terrible all season. He's been done in every game. But today, it was even more evident that the players just flat out gave up. They're done. They're done with him. Either they're done with the season or they're done with the manager. So one of the two. So which one is it going to be? You're going to sack all the players or you're going to sack the manager? Now, the only problem is I don't see FSG sacking him because they have too much sentimental value with him. And they're going to be like, oh, it costs this sort of money. Oh, we don't want to pay it. We want to keep our money. We'll give it to our baseball team in fucking Boston. That's what they'll do instead. So this is, yeah, go ahead.
Do you think Klopp could, he would resign on his own will?
Yeah, he will. He did that with Dortmund. I feel like if anything, he will resign and he'll walk away. Now, Chainsaw, man, that was terrible today. Like Chainsaw, like I don't mind losing, and if we have a tactical idea, but when we lose and no tactical idea, and when the players are giving up, like Salah looked like Stuart Downing. Like, come on.
That's being kind, bro. He looks.
I mean, that's being kind.
He looks like Ricky Lambert.
Bro, Fabinho looked like a poor man's John Joe Shelby. Is this what we're going
Oh
to?
my god.
This is
Can I say something about
bad.
Fabinho? How's Fabinho? Because Fabinho is younger than Casemiro.
He is not.
No. RDS.
He's fake age, bro. He's fake age.
We're checking his passports. I
ID.
don't think he's Brazilian.
ID.
I think he's from Ecuador or Paraguay
No.
or from the Galapagos Islands. He's not 29. There is no way on this earth that Fabinho is 29 and from Brazil. I don't think that is true.
Can I defend Fabinho on this?
Go for it. Go for it.
Look what Fabinho's working with. He's working with Henderson on one side, who's completely useless, and then he's working with Thiago, who's overrated in terms of Thiago relies on other players to be good, rather than him uplifting the players around him.
Okay.
So Fabinho's doing 3-man role in the midfield, and he's overrun, he's overworked, and Klopp is misusing him. He's got no competition for DM anyways. So Fabinho's lost his legs and energy based on the players around him. He's got no support.
I think, let's face it, Thiago is not a workhorse. He's a technical gifted player.
And
so if you want to use Thiago, you need to have a workhorse next to him, like Kimmich or Goretzka.
And that goes
Liverpool haven't any.
Yeah, and that goes straight down to Klopp. The system is so broken. It doesn't make sense. You don't have.
Wait, Chainsaw, are you? Sorry, Chainsaw, I don't mean to interrupt you. Are you Klopp out?
Yes, definitely, 100%.
Yeah, he said.
Okay.
Mike, I think Fabinho used the same passport forger as Koulibaly.
Wow. Well, Moukoko as well. Because
I can't. If this is true,
there's no way Moukoko is 22. I cannot understand that. Yeah. Seriously, the guy said he was 18 this whole time and he's 22. But yeah, Chainsaw, continue.
All I can say is clearly the 4-3-3, and not just the 4-3-3. The system that Pep Linders is coaching the players. I think he's the one who's dictating where Salah plays and where certain other players play. Doesn't make any sense. You've got Ox left wing, which I mentioned. Gakpo playing striker, I think it was, or at least he was playing the furthest forward out of the three. And then you have defenders that have fallen off, Joe Gomez being the example, and Van Dijk as well. And even Alisson's making mistakes now. So it's like...
And Konate.
No, Konate was good. He was all
Alisson has been bad though. Alisson's been has been bad.
He's been bad for two games. Honestly, RDS, without Alisson, we would be in a relegation battle.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't.
The worst thing is the absolute worst thing is Trent is actually playing all right. Like in the last few games, he's defensively been a little bit better than usual, and attacking wise, he's still delivering the great balls that he normally does. So Trent has finally slowly turned up at the wrong point of the season for us, and everyone else around him is just falling off.
Just to say to Sean,
Chainsaw.
Is it time?
Can you get this garbage off the screen of Stevie G? He is not.
No. It's just. Is it? Because think about it this way: Liverpool in a crisis right now. Who best to say Liverpool in a crisis than Liverpool's greatest ever player, legend?
If this happened, every Liverpool fan should go to Anfield and protest.
No, they'll love it. They'll love it because it's like Stevie G, the captain, coming in and doing their thing. He's got the Premier League experience already. Let's be real. The Villa players stop playing for him. He'll have the respect, and he can go in and potentially do a job. I'm not hearing a lot of convinced Liverpool fans from this piece. It seems like you guys are not for Steven Gerrard.
Move on.
That's not a bad shot.
No, but Mike, if you were to replace Klopp, who would be a likely candidate? Watch.
I'm not gonna lie. I would take Thomas Tuchel.
He would. Yeah, he would. He would be a quick fix, but he would sort the defense out.
Honestly, yeah, defensively, we need help all day. How many goals have we conceded? RDS, just scroll down. You can scroll down now, RDS. It's okay. You can banter us. Scroll down.
I'm trying.
Just scroll down. Yes, keep going. Okay. 25 goals conceded in 18 games. That is terrible.
No way.
That is terrible.
So we conceded more goals than United.
Yeah, we have. We're terrible defensively this season.
Wow.
We really are. So what I need to have okay, Thomas Tuchel, like you can say what you want with his time at Chelsea. He won them a Champions League. He got them defensively organized. I need a tactician, like SSB says. I need somebody who will be tactically ready for every single game. Doesn't matter what opponent. When you play Liverpool, you're gonna have to be tactically prepared. Right now, all you need to say to the players is go down the middle, and it's free all day. It's a buffet. It's the best buffet you can get. It's like going to Las Vegas. That's all you need to do. So I need, like, honestly, I just need somebody else at this point. And I don't think Tuchel will come immediately. My biggest worry is they're going to give Pep Linders interim role for the rest of the season and be like, hey, do your thing. And then he does a miracle and they're like, oh, you know what? We're going to give you the permanent job. That would be my biggest worry.
That would be wonderful.
Ole, like Ole, like Ole.
Yeah, it'll be like Ole Gunnar
Solskjaer.
Solskjaer.
You asked me a question. Who's the banter club? Liverpool and Chelsea. You do realise there's one game that Liverpool played, which was a 9-0 against Bournemouth, that separates Liverpool and Chelsea. So that the goal difference plus the 3 points that we have over Chelsea is because of the 9-0. Literally, that 9-0 is the difference between Chelsea and Liverpool. Hence why I say they're both in the same position. They're both banter clubs.
Wait, so, you know what's really interesting?
Oh, sorry. Go on, AD. Go on.
Yeah, Liverpool, Chelsea, they're right next to each other in the league.
wait. So wait, are you telling me that, like, because Liverpool and Chelsea play next week? Are we talking? That's a mid-table derby. Is that where we are? Liverpool and Chelsea.
Unfortunately, yes.
Right. Okay.
Man.
Jesus.
Jeez, man. It's.
I'm gonna go get more alcohol. I'll be back.
Michael.
We'll be live for a bit longer.
He's gonna fix another drink.
Let me just read some comments in the chat, and I'll come back to you guys, and then we'll talk about We'll just talk about top four, and I'm not going to talk about. We're not talking about title favorites. We'll talk about top four and who gets into Europa Cup, that type of thing. So FNG says Pep give up. Abdul Bar says, "Right, the title race is not back on." Exactly, it's not. I never said it was, by the way. SSB says, "Is it fair to say Chelsea can't develop young talents? Like, I can't remember the last young attacker who they properly developed. Does Mount count?
Mason Mount.
If Mason Mount is the best young talent,
the best Reece James.
Yeah,
no, it's attacker.
Oh, Gallagher then.
Oh my God!
Would you count Gallagher as an
King Gallagher, innit? He's up there.
Yeah, jeez, you've got a fair point. Because I mean, if you think about it, you know, United, from a United fans' point of view, obviously we had Greenwood. I'm not going to go into that, but enough said. But even then, Garnacho comes in, and he's doing.
Come on, yes, don't be shameless, bro. You can't claim Garnacho, man. That's Atletico Madrid product, bro.
He's been at the academy for like the last couple of years. Like, come on,
couple of years.
No,
he was Atletico his whole lifetime.
If he's from 16 years old, though, like, come on, like, from like.
How old is he now?
He's now. Is he 19?
He just turned 18 recently. No, he just turned 18 recently.
8-7. What do you want us to do? What do you want?
Just don't be shameless. Just don't be shameless. Claim Elanga and the man there, bro.
No. I'm claiming Garnacho, man. I'm claiming Garnacho. I'm claiming Garnacho, man.
Garnacho's really talented.
If you man are doing that, I'm claiming Saliba then, because he played in the academy.
Claim him. Claim Saliba, man. Claim him. Saliba's actually been good seasons.
But
cheers, everyone.
Saliba has played in the first team.
Cheers, man. Cheers.
He's technically homegrown, you know, because he played in the academy.
Yeah, he didn't develop from the academy. He played in the academy because.
But technically, you search up the rules on the Premier League. He counts as homegrown. Part of the homegrown thing. Him and Saka.
You get one game,
even Martinelli. Martinelli played in the academy as well.
Sorry, guys. Let me just quickly pick in some comments, and we'll go up to the table again. I think Salah's given up on Klopp. Something doesn't feel right in the locker room.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but something in the locker room just looks weird. Well, I already said that. Goddamn, look who got the best form in the EPL. I don't know who that is, Abdurrah.
RDS, you know who it is. Just say it.
Relax, you know.
It's Southampton.
Well, it is actually. when players are making mistakes, they are either bad or they're not there mentally. Players just don't all of a sudden go from 100 to 0. This is just my perspective, but I think Klopp has lost the locker room.
Yeah.
And obviously, SMB agrees. They're saying 2 colours available with Mike. F2 Junior says bring Lukaku as a 10 and sell Nunes.
Well. If HH was the manager, he would play Lukaku as the 10.
Actually, here's a question. Would Lukaku do better for Liverpool in this team than Nunes?
No, actually, no. To be fair to Nunes, and Chainsaw predicted that he would get 30 goals and 10 assists this season, but he's actually trying, and I'll give that to Nunes.
Yeah.
He's actually giving an effort. Everybody else is not caring at this point.
That is true. That's true. I'll give him that. That is true. 100 million for effort, Mike. I love that.
Okay, RDS. You paid 100 million for pirouettes. It's okay.
No. Yeah.
We paid 100 mil for a fidget spinner.
There you go. See.
Exactly.
Now you got to scroll it back up. I see how it is. Okay.
Yeah,
RDS, because
I can't maximize it, Mike.
RDS, can you just remind me, when was the last time you won a trophy?
6 years ago.
The thing is, you're
7
right,
years
but
ago.
I think
7 years ago?
If you guys keep on saying that.
RDS, don't answer that.
No. I want the right fans to keep on saying it because so far, United's been quite good with jinxes this season. So as long as Mike and Chainsaw and the right fans say United are going to win any trophies, you never know.
I'm genuinely asking a question from a friend to a friend. When was the last time United actually won a trophy?
So actually, recently we went. Was it in Thailand?
Oh yeah, we won a Bangkok
Cup. So that was
Mike. It's the sexiest looking trophy.
We're being shameless today.
Let me drink some more then.
He didn't specify where the trophy had to be won.
It's the sexiest looking trophy, man. It's like a boat on a pedestal.
Oh yeah, man. It was great. Like it all counts, man. It all counts. RDS. You have to remember the Man United goal scheme is a bit inflated. Yes. Remember the start of the season when Messi and conceded 4 and 6-0. Yes. That was also when Harry Maguire was still playing at centre back for United. And now no longer is. We'll have to find another club. SME says we are 9th. We are 9th. I have not looked at the table. You are 9th. I need to scroll down again. Yeah.
Artists, can you just do me a favor and can you actually look where Frank Lampard is?
Oh my god.
Oh, dear God, let's not pull on that thread.
Oh, there we go.
Dude.
Oh, dear.
Oh
Jeez,
my god.
man. Relegation is mad. I mean, look, like there's literally 2 points.
15, 16.
Guys,
Wow.
2 points between 20 and 14.
Guys,
relegation battle was good this year.
Declan
Yeah,
Rice
it's finally good.
Mike, Declan Rice is gonna go for peanuts next summer.
I'll take it. Hey,
Oh.
come to Liverpool.
Oh my
Please.
god.
Please, I
That's the
beg.
best
I beg.
thing. If West Ham gets relegated, everybody can get
No,
Right.
surely. How does David Moyes actually stay as manager? How much did they spend on Lucas Paqueta? 65 million and 40 million on Scamacca?
Hey Michael, do you think he wanted those players though? He actually didn't, bro.
I actually don't think so. If I'm West Ham, I sack him now and get Tedesco. That's what I would do.
Yeah. Former Roma manager.
The former Leipzig manager. They need a possession-based manager. Because Lucas Paqueta and Scamacca and an out-of-possession team counter-attacking, what are you doing? You're asking for trouble. So, yeah, look, West Ham are in big trouble.
So it looks like you can almost split the league into 3. So from 20th to like 14th is basically a relegation battle right now.
Yeah.
There's like what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams in which is interesting to be fair. That's actually pretty interesting. Then probably from 13th to about should we say 7th here? This is kind of like your mid-table battle here. And then probably from about here, this is your kind of top 4 kind of.
Now Brighton are in the European race, bro.
Yeah, okay.
Bro, I hope Brighton get European spots. They fully deserve it. They got their manager and all their scouts taken away, plus their best left back, and they're actually doing better than the club that stole that all those players away from them.
Don't you want Conference League though, man? Come on, one of you in Chelsea has to get Conference League, man.
RDS, you need to tell me. I live in Finland. Okay.
Yeah.
Does anybody know any Finnish clubs here? Okay, maybe AD. That's it. That's
HJK.
it. HJK. That's it.
Oh yeah.
You mean to tell me that I'm gonna see Liverpool Football Club in a competitive game in Finland on AstroTurf in November? Nah.
That'll be cool. Get an
Nah.
autograph from one of the
Good. The best thing is I'm actually supporting the other team, not Liverpool.
Oh,
No. To be fair, Mike, I said this. It's like it's important that any big club wins all the European trophies, right?
So are we saying Mourinho, basically? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You won the Champions League, you won the Europa League, and you won the Conference League. And you'll be the first English team to wait. Liverpool haven't won the Europa League, haven't they? Or the equivalent?
No, we did. We beat Alaves. We beat Alaves 5-4 in the early 2000s.
Yeah, so you'll be the first English team to have won all three. That is something.
Yeah, that is something. I like that.
Yeah, exactly. So think of it. I think of it that way.
Nah.
So are you telling me you guys are
You are Liverpool
in the season so
Football Club.
the Conference League?
We have 6 Champions League. Okay? Conference League is not their level, let's face it.
Well, it's better than no trophies.
Do you guys know how shameless I'll be if somehow in the divine intervention Liverpool win the Champions League? Do you know how shameless I will be? You do not want to be. You don't want to be near me on that day.
Oh yeah.
You're getting knocked out by Real Madrid anyway.
Oh no, I know 8-7. Trust me, I know.
We're already saying Liverpool Chelsea Champions League final. I will quit football if that final exists. That comes up because it's not fair if Liverpool and Chelsea somehow get final.
No, honestly, if somehow that happens, that might just be classified as the worst sporting event in history.
The only way that will happen is if we're actually undercalling the Premier League, and the Premier League is actually more competitive than it actually is this season, and all the other leagues are doing badly. I don't think that's
So are we saying we're going to have a better Europa League final than the Champions League final? When has that ever happened in history?
We did have some good. We did have some. United versus Barcelona.
But I'm saying for the final, though. For the final.
Sevilla Inter was a good final.
Arsenal. If you had Arsenal versus Barca, wouldn't that? Yeah, you're right. Actually, Arsenal Barca Europa would be better than Chelsea Liverpool.
What about Arsenal United?
Yeah, we're not winning Europa League yet.
This guy, RDS, you need to take accountability. You are in a title race. Does everybody agree that? No, 8-7. They're 6 points behind you.
I know.
Look at their form. They've won 5 games in a row.
Yeah, but
they're the best team in the Premier League so far.
United players have to learned how to suffer.
Man,
even though they maybe they're not playing really good forward, their defense is very solid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what's really weird with United? Their goal difference is like so low compared to other teams around them.
Thanks so much for the super chat, by the way, Chainsaw. United in the title race.
Oh my god.
Chainsaw, you're in this chat.
Wait, Chainsaw, please explain. How can you be on loan to another Premier League club? I understand if you're on loan to Napoli.
I've adopted Arsenal as my second club.
No, you can't do that. We hate
I have to. Because look.
Well, it's a Jerry window.
RDS, you started this loan thing.
Hold on, no.
Let's let Chainsaw explain himself. Chainsaw, explain yourself. Okay, go on, explain yourself.
There's 3 reasons, right? One, I live in London, so I'm going to support my London, club, the closest to me. Well, it's not close to me.
Your London club. Okay, but go on. Yeah,
it's a London club, so you have to support that. Second reason is Saka. I absolutely rate that player. He's world class in my opinion. So I want him to win the Premier League just for Saka. And Arteta for me is the best manager in the league. So those three reasons.
Oh my god, this is the most disgusting jinx I'm hearing.
Hold on. Oh my god, James.
Let me explain.
Saka's gonna get injured. Arteta's gonna flop.
Let Chainsaw finish. Okay, round up Chainsaw.
No, it's because Arteta's timeline from 3 years ago to now is so impressive that I have to rate it. It's the way he's managed to remove Aubameyang, I think Nicolas Pepe has left Arsenal as well. He's moved big players from that dressing room, demanded respect. Demanded respect. Got playing attractive football, which is a fact, and the fact that he's getting results on top of that, and he's ahead of his schedule, tells you the level of manager he is. You have to respect it. It's all about respect. It's not me trying to jinx Arsenal. I just think the way they've
Yes,
done
it
it.
is.
No. They've done it the right way.
RDS,
Like,
how are you allowing this to happen, bro?
no.
You're actually a bad guy, bro.
No,
You're allowing this to
they-
happen.
they-
This is
If-
what I'm
if-
hearing right now
my
is so
fault.
If
disrespectful.
Arsenal lose the title, we
We're
know
gonna lose now to
we
Spurs.
all
Watch.
know who
We're
to
gonna
play.
lose to Spurs,
No.
man, and it's all going to be because of you, Chainsaw, man.
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
come
it's
back
not.
tomorrow night.
No, you remind me of Liverpool 18-19. You're literally like us. You're gonna win the Europa League potentially, but you'll definitely win the Premier League.
Oh wait, you're
That I
a
could
Liverpool
guarantee
fan.
you.
You're a Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
I thought you was a United fan. No, you're calm, man. I thought you was a United fan.
No.
Sorry.
Liverpool fan.
Sorry, no, my bad.
James was a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, I can't lie. H7, I can't lie, man. Your team they're
No,
fun to
Liverpool
watch.
fans, no, I don't have a problem with you lot. You lot can come along to us.
No, I don't have a problem with Arsenal fans. We
Yeah, see, we don't have a
dunked
problem.
on you every season for the last couple of years. It's your time to rise. This is your time now, and I actually really appreciate Arsenal. Like the football you play is out of this world at the moment. You and Napoli are the
Right.
best two teams to watch in Europe by far.
Yeah, I hope Arsenal win the league. Actually, I really hope they do.
Yep.
So I wasn't outlandish saying
Even as a United fan, I'd rather Arsenal win the league than Manchester City. I'll keep it.
That's because of personal
Wow.
agendas. Because of
RDS, you might be I don't know if it's a jinx or not, so I can't take too much into that statement, but you might actually be the first Man United fan to say that, because I know Arsenal and Man United fans don't like each other, but
No.
we cannot allow City to do a three-peat. Do people not understand? Manchester City to do a three-peat. Come on, we can't.
Yeah,
no.
that's why I'd rather.
I hate Manchester City, so I'm rooting for Arsenal
the
or Man
biggest-
United.
The biggest
Because
reason why
everyone
go on,
says that. Oh yeah, sorry. Everyone says that it's easy to do the three-peat, and you don't understand how much effort it takes, how much
It's extremely hard.
the consistency it takes to do that is just ridiculous. So for everyone that says doing the three-peat is really easy, it's really not, and that's why I don't want the City to do it.
Yeah, look at Bayern. We done it 10 times.
Thanks, Samasi. Thanks.
Samasi, wait, Samasi, are you guys playing next Friday, right? RB Leipzig?
Yeah, Leipzig away.
Without the goalkeeper.
Wait, hold up. So there's no Ulrich either.
No, it's Ulrich, that's it.
Oh, Jesus.
You still not bought the goalkeeper. I swear I'm going fucking insane because of this club. Every day I'm waiting to buy them a goalkeeper.
Didn't Neuer get injured in a skiing accident?
Yep.
This clown, yes. No. Listen, I have some PTSD because of the World. After the World Cup and Germany went out, I just like Mike. I just got drunk on espresso martini. Great drink, by the way.
Great drink.
So few weeks passed. I look on Twitter. I read, oh my god, now I'm injured. Oh my god, what happened? How I got injured? This dude went out to the group stage in Germany in the World Cup, embarrassed Germany, and thought, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get skiing. I wanted to punch Neuer in the face, and the problem is, we wanted to get Nibel back, but apparently he doesn't want to get back if he doesn't know he's the number one goalkeeper. He has no balls, this dude.
No. So Samasi,
I'm
okay,
mad.
this is more an indictment. If PSG cannot beat Bayern Munich without Sadio Mane, Lucas Hernandez, and Neuer, that's all I have to say about PSG.
Mike, you can add to that if they lose the league to Lens.
Well, now it's 6 points, RDS, so it should be fine now.
It should be fine. Oh, did Lens lose, did they?
They
they
drew,
tied.
so now it's 6 points.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Yeah. So PSG should be fine. I don't want to see Lens winning the league on his team, because if they were somehow able to do it, there'd be some uncomfortable conversation that have had about the front three, and that includes that World Cup winner as well. But anyway,
sorry. Actually, it's okay. As of right now, it is 3 points, but PSG have a game in hand.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay, so okay.
You know, it's really interesting, guys.
Okay, that'd be interesting to see whether they should win, though.
They should.
Ardias, can I speak?
Yes, go for it, mate.
Yeah, I also saw Goulash is injured, who is Leipzig's first choice keeper.
Oh my God. What is going on?
Yeah,
Sebastian, get your German doctors intact. What is wrong with these players?
No. I think Bayern is cursed since Carl went to Bayern. Every January, we have so many. No. There's so many injuries since Carl became a Bayern fan. I'm going crazy because I want. Can Carl just go to another club? Because I'm going crazy.
If Bayern get destroyed by PSG, he'll go to PSG.
He should.
He will.
I do think if that happens, he'll go. That's better. That's much better.
Like, I have a nightmare that he might come to us, you know, if we win the league, bro. I have a nightmare.
Because, you know, Carl was a Barca fan and knew what happened to Barca all that shit. Now, every time since he went to Bayern, Bayern was not the one UCL semi-final.
Yeah,
He went from Barca to Dortmund to Bayern and possibly maybe PSG, depending on the
remember AC Milan as well.
Yeah, and even Samasti, during that time, you even lost to the Yellow Submarine. Come on. Core is actually a jinx. He's actually jinx.
Mike,
I told you.
He changed his nationality to German as well.
Oh,
yeah.
Come man. Come.
Actually.
Oh yeah, do you guys remember?
I can't believe Core didn't win the Ballon d'Or brick. Even Yassir doesn't change his nationality.
That's the thing, yeah. Like I think it was big for Yassir. People were going in on Yassir, but actually you can make a case or even Delta for that matter. So Abdul Brom says, banter aside, RDS, who wins in the hashtag Chelsea Liverpool match? Liverpool fans?
4-4 draw. Generally, like both teams can't defend.
Can Chelsea even score 3 goals, bro? Let alone 4.
Exactly. Well, they got Mudryk, so all is good now.
What is that Anfield?
That's gonna be 0-0.
100 million Nunes versus 100 million Mudryk. Who's gonna score the goals?
Man, that game's gonna be so boring. To be honest, I'm sorry.
RDS, do you actually remember when Liverpool and Arsenal played that 4-4 with Arshavin scored 4 goals? That was insane.
Oh yes,
that was one of the best Premier League games I've ever seen. Arshavin was absolute smoke that day.
It's not just that, the Arsenal Newcastle game.
Oh yeah, that was also good too.
Oh no, don't.
I think that also ended 4-2. I think
that's worse because Arsenal were actually 4-0 up in the game.
Yeah.
That was worse. And then Joey Barton get. Wait, 8-7. Who got Joey Barton got some Arsenal players sent off? Who was it?
Oh, I forgot. Was it?
What's his name?
No, it wasn't Koscielny. Was it Koscielny?
No, it wasn't Koscielny. What's his name?
Gibbs
no, not
White?
Shamak. No. I cannot remember his name. I'm gonna check it now.
Man, that is insane. Coming back from 4 goals down. That is
Mike,
insane.
I think it's Kalachi, right?
It was one of our centre backs. I think it was one of our centre backs.
Yeah, so it's Kalachi.
It was Abu Dhabi.
Or Diaby, yeah.
Yep.
Who's the only team left in all competitions? I'm not sure.
Manchester United.
Thanks for the answer, Mike. Thanks for the answer. Shane, so you're saying something?
3 things. First thing, I looked at Bayern Munich's table, and they're first, so by 3 points, which I don't, or 4 points or 3 points. I don't see any. Why would a Bayern fan be concerned? It's 11 in a row for them, which is a disgrace. And then I looked at PSG playing Rennes away from home. Rennes is 3rd or 4th in the league, so it will be a tough game. So it's not guaranteed 3 points. Though you expect it to be a guaranteed 3 points, but they could lose it. And so that would leave a 3-point gap between first and second. So that front three could still lose that league. Then the third thing...
No, Chainsaw. They better not.
They better
not. They better not, because as much as Mbappe and Neymar, there'll be conversation will be had to have, and I love Messi, he's the GOAT, but he can't lose the league.
Messi can. Messi
can. Messi can definitely, but Mbappe and Neymar, that's a different story.
Yeah, Messi doesn't care.
Yeah, he doesn't care, man.
I think people might start to say that maybe Di Maria carried him in the World Cup. So
no, he doesn't. He won't care.
He didn't.
The referees carried him. The referees carried him.
Yeah, but even if people say that, Messi won't care. He won't care what anyone says. But here's the thing: here's the thing. The third thing, the Chelsea Liverpool prediction. I think we would. Wait, is that away or home?
You're
Home, home.
at home. You're playing at Anfield.
Anfield,
Yes.
right? Yeah, I
You
think
should
we'll
win.
probably win that like 3-0 over Chelsea. I think I'll be confident that Salah will turn up for that one game, to prove his 350k wages or 400k, I think it is.
Say
So
it with chest chainsaw.
Oh, yeah,
Say
No,
it.
no,
Chainsaw.
I'm not gonna say it with chest. I'm not gonna say
Oh,
it with chest.
Chainsaw.
Yeah.
I think Salah scored an amazing goal against Chelsea a few seasons ago in the Premier League.
Yeah, he'd
against-
probably do something like that again to justify his wages for at least 1 week, and then I think we'll win that game comfortably. But
So
that doesn't mean anything. We'll still be mid-table basically at the end
Sort of-
of that week.
So I was going to go on. I'm just going to go into the comments, but this is actually a very good point. If Everton and West Ham get relegated, they're in big trouble financially. Look at the money they have spent. This would be horrible. That is a fair point. I do wonder, because every I don't know, is it 100 mil, 100 or 200 mil? I can't remember how much it is. Every club gets due to the TV rights revenue from the
it's
Premier League,
100 million.
etc. So that's a
Yeah,
lot of money.
Yeah, look what happened at Burnley.
Annually, it's 100 million. Yeah, annually. But the
Yeah,
fact
but
that
Burnley's
you,
winning
I mean, of course they can come back up, but I think it's the fact that because they spend so much money, if they drop into the Championship, will they basically implode as a football club? Because there'll be a lot of debts that will need to be paid.
Everton's too big to implode.
Wait,
Oh yeah, guys, I have a fun fact for you guys.
I swear Everton have never gone relegated.
Yeah, I was
No,
going to
they
say
have,
that.
they have,
Yeah,
they
they
have.
never have. I was going to say what
They-
Michael just said.
No, they have.
When was it?
Arsenal's the only club that's never been relegated.
When did Everton get relegated?
This is like 1800s, I think, probably.
Oh Jesus.
Oh,
Does that count?
So offside wasn't a real thing. Okay, gotcha.
yeah, offside and cards. Winner.
The
Potter
thing
was
is,
holding back Brighton, says Mo Wadder. And an SP says, I don't even know any city in Finland. Let's
Hey, respect, bro. Come on.
Juve is a favorite in Europe, but I can't take that competition seriously. I don't think Juve favorites after what happened with Napoli.
Actually, Ardius, good point. Milan drew today. It's a 9-point lead for Napoli now.
It's over.
It better be
Yeah.
over.
I think
Milan made a comeback as well.
Yeah.
They were 2-0 down.
yeah, they were 2-0 down, I think it was.
Yeah.
Esme says, you see the Arsenal versus Man United game at the Emirates?
Ooh,
That could be a title decider game, low key. No,
that's going to be a good game. Yes, it is, Ardius. If you win... Okay, so I have to unfortunately say this. Scroll back up.
Okay.
Scroll. I can't believe I'm actually saying this. Ardius, if you win that game, you're 3 points behind.
Okay.
Well, actually, it depends on Arsenal's result tomorrow, but you could be 3 points behind.
Okay.
And it's also the Emirates. That would be amazing. That would be insane.
So you better start talking about a title race.
We don't
What
have
about,
a
what about City? How many points would City be behind them?
Or they would only be... Well, they have to win their game.
Yeah.
Man City
so
don't look good right now. Who are they
guys,
playing next,
Yeah,
actually, Man
yeah.
City?
Tottenham.
They're
It's
playing,
Tottenham.
they're playing Spurs at home. So
You know Tottenham's...
So it's basically like London versus Manchester next week. So United go to the Emirates and Spurs go to.
The thing is, Mike, we don't have a good record at the Emirates.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
true.
Liverpool go to Chelsea. Weird. That's a weird weekend.
Wait,
Liverpool
you know,
Chelsea.
Was the last Man United win away at the Emirates when Jesse Lingard
Actually,
moonwalked?
Yeah.
Hold on for a second.
I think
you
so.
guys are talking about United, right? But hang on a minute. Are we sleeping on Newcastle? Because Newcastle's got Fulham tomorrow. If they
Which
beat
is not going to
Fulham-
be easy, though.
It's not, but Fulham, I think they've had a week rest. Newcastle. Fulham played obviously midweek against Chelsea. But if they win, because I think they're playing at St James's, Newcastle are going to go on 38 games, 38 points.
They don't
as
have
well.
the squad. They don't have the squad.
Newcastle also played midweek too, I think.
I think Newcastle will be a case of like Leicester City and West Ham in the last couple of seasons. They do well for the first half of the season, and then they start fading away.
They have the
Yeah.
best defense, though.
And they
mean,
do have the
you-
best defense.
Yeah.
And you look at these games: Fulham away to Crystal Palace, then they have West Ham at home, Bournemouth, okay, Liverpool, and then Brighton. But those next four games,
They're spanking that red team from Merseyside 3-0.
no,
It's gonna be bad.
It's going to be bad.
No, Newcastle, Liverpool can do something against Newcastle. Come on, guys, you beat them last time.
Yeah, they beat Newcastle. They're the only
Yeah,
team
exactly.
They're
Against the
actually-
best defense?
That's actually the only L that Newcastle have suffered
Yeah,
this
yeah.
season.
Yeah, dang, that's insane. That was
That
the
is
last
true,
minute winner,
actually.
too.
And it was
Yeah,
a scam. It was a scam.
One loss.
Yeah, I didn't. I think Liverpool scored they made a comeback and scored.
It was
late, I think.
we scored in the 98th minute. It was a scam.
all I'm saying is that like I think that you could make an argument that if Newcastle wins tomorrow against Fulham, that the title race, there's 4 people in a title race.
Oh, okay. So now you could see that Man United are in a title
No,
race. Okay.
I said
Look at
4
that.
people. I said 4 people. I didn't say United. I just said 4 people in the title race.
Nice try,
on.
Ardias. Nice try, Ardias. Nice try.
One could be
Oh, it's other
Spurs.
team then.
One could be Spurs.
Wait, did you say Spurs?
Spurs, City, and Arsenal. Yeah, those are the other 2 AD. Man.
Okay, gotcha.
Eddie
Spurs,
says,
who never won a trophy.
great show so far, guys. Tipsy Mike's jokes. Big up AD, Samasi, and the rest. Tipsy Mike should be a regular, actually, man. Thanks. 87. A lot of Liverpool fans don't mind Arsenal back in the day. Yours was the only team that could challenge Man U. And SMP says, carry us to Bayern, make it happen. Samasi,
I
get
would
it on.
shoot myself in the head if that
Whoa,
happened.
whoa. Easy.
We don't promote that on
No
here.
comments.
Ford, sorry.
He's
Ford
such a prick.
says, big up everyone, Liverpool fan here. I love the content and keep up the hard work, boys. Oh, thanks.
See, Ardias, you need to be more kind to Liverpool. We're supporting your channel all the time. See,
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
on a side note, is anyone going to watch the Last of Us show tomorrow?
The what? Sorry.
The Last of Us TV show.
Oh,
Yeah, I might.
the
watch it.
Last of Us TV show you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
If I'm honest, I've not. I don't care about The Last of Us. I've never been into it as a game. So it's just like
The Last of Us 2 wasn't that great. That's my opinion.
I think the second game wasn't. I think.
Yeah. First game was good.
But if it gets good ratings, I might watch it. But I probably will be watching that.
I think it got 100% on like Rotten Tomatoes, I think.
SMB says Everton got relegated in the 50s. Okay, that was it. David T, shouts David T, member of the channel. Thank you, David T, for your support. Altitude is too high up here to hear Chelsea fans moan about United. Thankfully, there are no Chelsea fans in the chat. Also, rival fans, yes, I am shameless. I am shameless.
He's on loan in Madrid, by the way.
See, all these other fans of Premier League clubs. If you thought Liverpool were bad with the quad talk, wait till United are actually good, and then we'll see what's up. Because
I know, bro. I hate United so much.
I remember
God.
like I was the only Liverpool fan in my class. Do you know how much shit I got from United fans in my class? We beat you. You signed Andy Carroll. You signed Jovanovic. Do you know how much shit I got? And now, wait till these United fans start talking. And Ardias is actually coming with chest, because right now he's not really hitting chest day. When Ardias hits chest day, he's gonna be unbearable.
It's gonna be bad.
I will say one thing. If you can't, I'll say this. Well, I'll say this. Let me go on camera because I can keep getting better. I will say this. I'll say this.
Oh, he's even got the jersey on. Look at this guy.
Yeah, it's
Ardias, you're so shameless.
you cannot let Manchester United win this league. It's not going to happen, but you can't do it because
honestly,
if you do, you're going to see the real YSK. You're going to see the real Yaski. You're going to see the real real United fans, and it's going to be bad. It's going to be very bad.
I actually can't. I cannot be in the same stream where Yasir is a Premier League champion. Oh no!
No. You have to be more scared of YSK, bro. You have to be more scared of YSK.
Yeah, because YSK always talks down, and I respect YSK because he's the receipt goat. But Matt, this guy never rates United. Wait till you guys actually win something. Oh, bro, it's over.
And you don't have to win a trophy this season.
Satchel says Man City fans are trying to find an excuse to think the goal should have been disallowed. In fact, let's actually go back rounds. I'll say says Newcastle is good, but not ready to compete. Yeah, I think Newcastle are good enough to get top 4. Though I think at this point we're like they're good enough to get compared to the consistency of the other teams. But if we go back around, because obviously some people weren't here at the beginning. Back to the Manchester derby. Just be show of hands. Were United lucky with that goal? Are City fans, as Sundal is actually saying, but are City fans actually making excuses, given the fact they only had one shot on target in 90 minutes? Mike, I think you didn't really speak about the United City game.
All right, so let's talk about this incident. Can you pull it up, RDS? How is this not offside? Generally, I'm not even trying to hate. I'm actually trying to think. How is this not
It's
offside?
He
It's
didn't
so.
touch the ball. He didn't touch the ball.
Don't give me that, please. Look at
He
him.
didn't touch the ball, bro. That's what the law says.
Okay, I understand that's what the law says, but look
You know
at
what I
he's
realized?
impeding.
United-
He's
Mike,
impeding
what I
with play. Go
No,
ahead,
he's
H.
not.
United fans are
No.
no
I-
point.
I get, like, technically he's not, but I see what you mean, because he's actually shielding the ball. But the law says that if you're not interfering with the defender.
So what? Wait.
not
What he's
touching
doing
the
is not
ball,
interfering at all.
No, by the law, he's not interfering because
Yes, he is.
No,
He's making the
he's not.
centre backs believe that he's gonna go for a run and
That's
shoot.
That's the center back's fault. That's not his fault.
But he's
the centre
offside.
back-
What do you mean that's
It's
not
a
his fault?
bullshit rule.
The only thing I would say is that you have to play. You always.
You know
have
what,
to
guys?
play to the
You know
whistle.
what, you United fans? I hope this happens to you guys. I hope this happens, and I
No,
want.
Yeah.
No.
If anything,
It would-
I want this to happen last minute winner next week.
If it happens, if it happens to us, you know that if City did this, for 100% fact that Patrick, Dunsmith, all those guys, what would they say? Would they be saying, you know what, the referee made the back? They wouldn't be saying that. They'd be like,
No, Don Smoke would be smoking his cigar.
Exactly. Come on.
You smoke 2 cigars at the same time, bro.
Exactly.
Wait, I just realized. Wait,
Yeah,
RDS, I
you know-
just realized something.
So was AD gone?
Do we have any Man City fans on here?
No.
No, I sent the link to Don
Wow.
Smoke and Pat, but I think they're busy this evening. I think they're recovering. I think you know what I mean. So it was a difficult day.
Well, I mean, RDS,
Interesting.
they were on Liverpool for the Liverpool stream. That's for sure.
I know. It was interesting.
They're
It was
so
very,
shameless.
very interesting. It was very, very.
That's shameless.
8-7. Do you remember that Aubameyang goal at Old Trafford where he was actually offside? The flag went up for offside, but he was actually onside.
Wait. But he was onside. He was not
No,
doing what Rashford does.
No. That's what I'm saying. You have to always play to the whistle.
Yeah.
No, but again, your comparison's stupid. I'm not even trying to be offensive because Aubameyang was onside. Rashford was offside.
No. What I'm trying to say is they cannot assume that the flag's gonna go up. They have to always play to the whistle. What happened here was that they thought the flag was gonna go up. So Kyle Walker, he stopped tracking Bruno. That's why he was free. Like if they played to the whistle,
But forget the reason they stopped doing all that because they thought Rashford's offside. They stopped.
Yeah,
man.
but
Be honest. I don't
But the
mind.
point
I'm
is-
happy you won. By the way, I'm an Arsenal fan, so I'm happy you won. But just be real with it. You guys got lucky.
I don't know.
Yes.
8-7. You shouldn't do that. You should. That's why. That's why you use the Aubameyang rule. Aubameyang played
Again.
even though the flag went up and everyone thought he was offside.
Again, bro, poor comparison. Aubameyang was onside.
Yeah.
Rashford was offside.
No, but
Wait. Let me finish. The
Go
up
on, let
pass
her
was
finish.
intended for Rashford, not Bruno. Bruno just came after. Be honest, bro.
No. But 8-7. That's what I'm saying. Like Aubameyang thought he was offside, but he still played to the whistle because.
Bro, I'm not even trying to be rude, but that's a wrong comparison because that pass was for Aubameyang and he was onside. So that's a wrong comparison. That pass was for Rashford and Rashford was offside.
I think the point I was trying to make ultimately is that, and I agree with it, especially when you play football, is that irrespective because at the end of the day, City didn't lose this game because of this decision. Let's keep a stack.
No,
even if I were to say that, right, you know what, United got lucky, etc. Let's keep a stack. There are a lot of decisions that have gone in this league. They've gone against or throw certain teams. It happens. United got lucky. I'll put my hands up to that. But what I will agree with H7 is that he's right in the sense that you always should play to the whistle. And Manchester City have a mentality problem. Let's keep it stacked. They have a mentality problem. Like, where was their mentality? Like, they're not 1 point behind United because of this. Where was their mentality against Everton when they drew? Where was their mentality against Southampton when they had 0 shots on target in 90 minutes, despite the fact they rotated to 5 appearances? So, this the reason why I don't buy it partly is because of how much United got bantered. But to be honest, this makes it 1-1. If this was the winning goal, I would even get it.
No, RDS, no.
But it wasn't the winning goal.
No.
Let
I'm
me
not gonna let you.
finish. This was not the winning goal. Okay, if you are a mentally strong team like a Real Madrid, because that's why Real Madrid have their CLs and City don't. You concede, you get a bad decision. Okay, fine, but you come back in the game. Okay, you get the second goal, you win, or at the very least, you don't concede. That's a mentally strong team. That's a mentally strong team. City were mentally weak after this.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Hold.
Okay, Chainsaw, go on.
I can't let you finish with that. I mean, I played football. We've all played football. You can't say that, because first thing is, there's two examples of this. One, in the Brighton game, when Trent was going towards the ball, he wasn't playing it. He said to the linesman he's not playing it, but it was offside because he was obstructing the ball. Then the law 11 of offside, this is Premier League official law, says that if there's multiple reasons why you could be offside, one of them is gaining an advantage or interfering with an opponent's vision, or just interfering with the play when you're in an offside position, which is what Rashford is doing, which means he's offside. The thing you can't. But so this is offside. This is just factually offside. I'm on the law 11 on the Premier League laws, but forget that the fact that this is offside, factually offside, right? It's a disgrace of a decision. But when you play football, there's momentum. Momentum's a real thing. Yes, United were the better team overall in this game, but when you get a decision that goes your favor,
there's momentum. The reason why they only had one shot in 90 minutes.
No, that's what I'm saying. United were the better team, but with this wrong decision, this disgraceful decision, what it did was it lifted United to make a comeback occur. When you score an equalizer in any game, then momentum's on your side. You've got the confidence to go on and win the game. So if the right decision was made here,
so you agree with me? You agree?
No. It doesn't.
Weak.
No, that happens. Hold on.
Chainsaw. At the end of the day, if you're going to be, because at the end of the day, if you're saying that when you're saying, we're not talking about Southampton, we're not talking about mid-table team, we're not talking about that. When you're saying you're saying this team is the best team in Europe. Okay, mentality is part of that. I'm not disagreeing with United but the point I'm trying to make is that Real Madrid are the best example of having a mentality when they've been down. That's why they have the CLs they do. If you're telling me that because they concede the goal, there are plenty of teams that have bad decisions that affected their play, but they're like, okay, right. We need to maintain our composure and start again. City did not. That shows your mentality. Simple as that.
Can I ask you a question?
Okay, I'll stop speaking. James will go, and then.
The thing is, yes, they have a weakness mentality. That's correct, because they're trying to do a three-peat, and three-peat's very difficult to do. It's difficult to motivate the players. Pep's he's going to struggle because he needs to sign a couple new players to line up the squad, like remove Bernardo Silva, for example. No. He just needs to spend a little bit. But he said it before. He said it's difficult to win a back-to-back, let alone a back-to-back-to-back. And yes, they have a weakness mentally, but you have to remember every team goes through bad patches. Every team, no matter how good you are, you go through a bit of bad form. Man City is going through a bit of bad form.
So why didn't they say that before the games? Why did they say they were going to slap United 5-0?
Because they should on paper slap you guys. It's just that here's the thing.
So why we do have the excuse?
You're on form. You're on form. They've gone. You're on form. They're on bad form, as you saw against Southampton and those kind of teams. So clearly they've got a mental block that Pep has to fix. And you guys are on a high. You're on a super high. You're winning all these games. Rashford is bringing up clutch goals and helping you guys perform, right, and get results. And in this scenario, this is a wrongful goal that changed the momentum of the game. Hence why you guys won. They're on bad form. You're on good form. It's not. You can't completely say they're completely mentally weak since they won the league by 1 point twice.
So all the Premier League referees are all the Premier League referees wrong then?
Yeah, but here's the thing: at Arsenal, Emirates, and at Anfield, there was VAR mistakes, for example, the cameras and stuff. We already have incompetent referees.
No, but it wasn't. It was the on-field referee. It was VAR, and it was the panel referees in the channel.
Everyone's incompetent.
So are they more wrong?
This goal was not ruled incorrectly onside. It was correctly ruled onside. But
no, it's not.
No, yes, it is because
law 11. Have you read it?
let me ask you this: What do
It was
what do you
changed.
classify?
It was
Wait,
changed. That's what I'm saying.
wait, 1 second, RDS. What do you classify as interference? Like, because interference is an ambiguous term. What do you classify as interference?
Who are you talking to?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Oh, okay. If you interfere in footballing terms, either touching the ball or the vision of the player who's trying to defend.
But he didn't impede with the vision of the player because there's two players there.
He did.
No, he
Because
didn't.
clearly, if Rashford wasn't there, the Man City defender would have got the ball.
No, the Man City defender didn't get to the ball because they stopped. They stopped play because they assumed he was offside.
Yeah, but that's him. But I watched the clip. I saw him. I saw the not just the picture. I saw the whole motion. Rashford literally ran towards the ball.
RDS. 1 second. Like I've watched this. Like I've watched referees explaining this. The way they classify interference is if he actually blocks the ball or if he interferes with the defender's path to the ball. He didn't do any of these things, so that's why they class it as onside.
If you watch it in full motion, you clearly see he goes towards the ball. When I was watching it, because I didn't see this game, I just saw the highlight right now, and I'm looking at it thinking, well, Rashford's about to touch the ball, and as soon as he doesn't touch the ball, the other guy, I don't know who scores the goal.
Yeah, but but the only thing I'll say is if that's a Kanji, so a Kanji, let's say that's if that's why isn't a Kanji is like right now is level with Bruno. So what's stopping why did the Kanji stop? Why didn't Akanji continue tracking Bruno?
Exactly.
He stopped because Rashford was obstructing his
the
view.
point he's just going to say is that he stopped because he saw that Rashford was on side. The point is the whistle wasn't blown.
Yeah.
So in footballing terms, whatever you say, even if you say it's a wrong decision, there's no reason why Akanji should stop. You go past Bruno, clear the ball, and then the flag goes up, and that's what you do.
No, but the thing is, if you're offside, you don't run towards the ball literally last second before it's been kicked. And
no, you always do.
Onside. You can't follow the ball. You can't follow the ball. That's obstructing the view.
No, but the point is, what I'm saying is, why can't Akanji stop Bruno from taking the shot?
Because Rashford's in front of him.
No, he's no. Who's the player to the? Is that is Akanji?
That's Akanji's
Walker.
Walker, you're talking about.
Sorry, Walker. Sorry, my bad. Sorry, not Akanji. Sorry, my bad. Walker. Why can't Walker stop Fernandes from taking the shot?
That's Walker can't, but Akanji can. That's the thing. If Rashford wasn't there, or Rashford didn't run towards the ball,
Walker in this image is ahead of Bruno.
Yeah, but if you watch the full motion, Rashford literally goes there, literally last seconds, then stops. And then Bruno gets to shoot,
yeah, but the point is
which obstructs the goalkeeper's view as well. Goalkeeper sees Rashford.
Why can't
goalkeeper sees two players? Goalkeeper sees two players, Rashford and Bruno. He doesn't know which one's going to shoot.
But why can't Walker go ahead of Bruno though? That's what I'm asking. Why isn't
forget the defenders? The goalkeeper's obstructed by two players in front of him. He has Rashford one side.
He's not being obstructed.
He is. No. He can't tell who's going to shoot the ball.
No, that's not obstruction. What?
But you have to. It does affect goalkeeper's decision making. Yes, it does.
The ball is right in front of him. Obstruction is when a player blocks the goalkeeper's vision of the ball. The ball is right in front of him. That's not obstruction.
No, listen. If you watch it again, and Rashford's chasing the ball, he should not. If you're offside position, you shouldn't be chasing the ball.
Okay. It's clear that there's going to be not disagreement. There's going to be disagreements to this, also not. I hold my hands up and say that United were, at the end of the day, were lucky regardless. So I will put my hands up there, like whether it was offside or onside. I will say that United were very, very lucky because on another day this will be called offside. One second. What I disagree with people infer is that the reason City lost the game was because of this decision. That's where I disagree with people. I don't disagree with people about this potentially this decision. What I disagree is that, and yes, City should feel agreed. What I disagree is the fact that City lost this game because of this decision, and momentum was the main reason why City won. I don't buy that at all, because at the end of the day, football is played over 90 minutes.
Yeah.
In the 45 minutes, what did City do? They did nothing. Okay, this was literally in the last 10 minutes of the game. So for 80 minutes, because I was told that City were going to score 5 goals past United before the game. You had 80 minutes of football to score 4 or 5 goals. Okay, you scored 1 goal, and you hope to seal up the game because even before this point, City players are rolling around the floor trying to waste time. You got this goal. Okay, bad decision. You're 1-1. You've got 10 minutes to go. So when I talk about mentality, it's like, okay, you conceded. Okay, we've got battles right. We need to be. We can't lose now. We've got 10 minutes. We need to be. We need to maintain our shape. That's the importance of mentality. Because if this happens in the CL, City are getting knocked out against Madrid, against the PSG, against any other team, because you're telling me that with 10 minutes to go, you don't have the mentality or the discipline to maintain your shape and make sure you don't lose. That's a problem. That's not a ref problem. That's not Manchester United's problem. That's a Manchester City and Pep Guardiola problem. You know, so that's my 2 cents in the matter.
The biggest problem was that Man City have become very predictable with Haaland as a striker. And if we want to shut down City's attack, we have to shut down KDB and Fred and Wan-Bissaka did that.
And also, why didn't he bring on Alvarez instead of?
Yes,
like,
that was actually that's actually a question I wanted to ask the panel actually before we even got sidetracked by this offside thing. So I'll remove this because I think this image is going to continue to trigger people. So we'll go back on topic. And Mike gone to make another drink? Or is he coming back? But actually, I'm interested to see what people's thoughts are on this. Like, what is, as a general, what is actually going on with Alvarez and Manchester? Is he Pep waiting him to time? Because this guy had a fantastic World Cup, was playing very well, and right now he's holding bench. Like, what do people think? Like, why is Pep not playing out Alvarez?
Makes no sense. I don't know why.
Chainsaw H7.
Bro, I don't know. Do you think Pep is that evil? He's trying to get Haaland injured. Do you think Pep is that evil, guys? So he could just use Haaland for the rest of this. I mean, Alvarez for the rest of the season. I think Pep's that evil, guys. That's what I.
You bring up a good point. Would City have played better today with Alvarez in Haaland's position?
Yes. That's another man creating another chance for anyone. Because Haaland won't do that. Outside of goal scoring, what does Haaland bring to Man City? And also, what does he take away from Man City when he's not scoring goals?
Yeah, his link-up play is not particularly good. He can hold up the ball. He can hold up the ball. He drops in.
No, come on. You're
I'm trying to think of it. I'm trying to be now.
He does his job. He does his main job to the highest level. Scores goals. But
I think the problems are the wingers. They have not really paced the wingers. They're really slow, and I think that's also a big problem for Man City.
Not just that. I think yeah, go ahead.
No, sorry, I was just gonna say quickly. I think the wingers would play better with Alvarez flowing in around and connected with them, getting them the ball quicker than Haaland, because Haaland's just gonna keep asking for service. He's not gonna try to help them. He's gonna want them to help him. That's what I think.
Not just that, RDS. I think this is what I heard from one Man City fan. What happens is that when Haaland plays, all City players are like, it's not kind of like an obligation to provide him service, mainly through crosses. But what happens to this is that they lose control of the game when they fail to make accurate crosses, if you know what I mean.
The CR7 effect.
Give up possession. Yeah, exactly. It's a CR7 effect. Once they lose control of the game, and that's when they start conceding goals, you know? If they had someone like Alvarez, they play ball to feet, and which is more accurate.
Yep. And that's how Pep defends as well. He likes to keep the ball.
Yeah.
So do people think that, like, I mean, Pep must know this.
Oh, he must know this. He knows, bro.
Also, because Pep can be quite stubborn. So is this a situation maybe he's thinking, listen, I want to show that we can win with Haaland and do our thing, even though I know that we would play better with Alvarez on the team?
Yes and no. Because I think he's evil, guys. I think Pep's the evil guy. I think he's trying to get him injured. That's just me, innit?
I mean, with those comments, I mean, Eric, thank you for joining us, Eric, man. Thanks for joining, man. Appreciate you. How you doing?
Eric Blue.
In fact, Eric, can
Yeah.
you give us your thoughts on
Things are happening.
on the things that are
Relax.
happening?
Look, can
Things
can
are
you just
definitely
mute?
happening right now.
Okay, I think I have the mic now. Can you just mute your
Yeah.
mics?
Okay, go for it, Eric. Go.
Things are happening. Yes. Jokes on you. Things are happening. Chelsea are going to what? I think we're trying to get Mudryk. We're going to steal him from Arsenal. Fantastic.
It's agreed.
It's done.
You got
It's
it.
done.
Okay, it's done. Nice, fantastic.
But Eric, do you know how much you paid for him though?
I think it was like, well, what's the information I got from Gem, CFC Gem, is that it was, I think it's about 60 million euros initially, and then 20 million
No,
add-ons.
it's 100.
It's 70 plus
It's
30.
100.
Okay, so 70, 30, 60, 40, I don't know, whatever.
Okay.
We signed him. Arsenal are in the mud. They had better win tomorrow.
Yeah, we're in the mud. Yeah.
Better win.
No,
better beat Spurs
Eric,
tomorrow.
that's
Eric,
not
look
the
at
time
this.
to
Guys,
brag.
No, no.
Let Eric speak. Let Eric speak.
Thank you. This is my time to speak.
Go on, speak. Eric.
You had better beat Spurs tomorrow because I predicted Arsenal will beat Spurs. So you better win tomorrow. And yes, they're in the mud. You guys are in the mud because
Bro, you better beat Crystal
you
Palace
haven't-
tomorrow as
They
well.
say
you know?
seven. Relax. I'll let you go.
Relax,
Let Eric
chill.
Let Eric cook. I'll let you go.
Thank you. I'm gonna. No Chelsea, no supporter of any other club can chat to us really. I mean, we've let you just because Chelsea are mediocre right now. We're a mid-table team, but really, realistically speaking, no one can chat to us if we're being honest. But we don't need to go there. Let's not. I can talk about your teams if you really want me to. So let's not go there.
Okay.
But this is a nice time for me. You know, it's been depressing. I'm gonna just be happy with this this W because it is a W. And it's just fun, you know. Bragging rights, you know. We're still your big brothers. We just are. If you don't think we are, where's your European Cup to prove that you are? And yeah, I'll leave it there.
Shout out to Eric, man. Like shameless, but shout out. I can't. H7, man. You got the mic now. Because there were
Bro, I
shots
don't
of
really need to say anything. These Chelsea fans are just shameless in it. Enjoy your £100 million flop. Like Felix, he's gonna flop. And hey, make sure you beat Palace tomorrow, because hey, if you don't, it's not looking good for you, bro. I'm looking at Brighton, I'm looking at Brentford. They're creeping up on you, bro.
Does it actually even make a difference whether they win or lose against Palace? They're still going to be in the same position, aren't they?
No, I'm thinking about the next game week.
Let me have a look. Let me bring up the table again. Let's have a look.
They'll be on the same points as Liverpool.
Let's have a look. Scroll here. So if Chelsea win, they'll be on the same points as Liverpool. With game, but
Arsenal's in the mud. Yeah, Arsenal's in the mud.
Yeah, because if they lose, Palace will have the same number of points, but like I think they'll still be 10th. So that's what I'm saying. So if they lose, they're still going to be 10th, man. Unless Villa play today.
Chelsea being on the same points. Oh my god,
It's bad for Chelsea right now.
So Eric, how do you think that Mudryk will actually help Chelsea going forward?
He will prevent us from. I think we will not finish anything below 10th, so he'll prevent us from going below that, and we can salvage the season. Maybe we can get top 6 with Mudryk. Who knows? Would
you take Conference League?
No. If you miss out on the Champions League, I don't even want us to get conference. Like, if we don't get Champions League, it's better if we just don't get anything else. You know, no Europa, no conference, just finish 10th.
But if you win the next season Europa, you're in Champions League.
Yeah, but we've already done it twice, so I don't really feel like winning the Europa again. We've already done that. We don't need to. We're a record-breaking team. In case people didn't know, Giroud is the record scorer in the Europa League.
Yeah, record spending team.
Easy. Chelsea have a record. Chelsea were never beaten in our 2019 run. That's also a record, and I think we also scored the most goals in the Europa League. So we don't need to do that Europa thing again. We've been there, we've done it. It's fine.
We haven't been then done it with the Conference League though, because that's
true. That's a good point.
And also Eric, you'd be the first English team to have won the Champions League, Europa League, and Conference League. So that is true.
That is true. But I think it just wouldn't be easy to have that extra competition that's not even that. Because for me, I think Europa is still like a competition that is worth winning and worth competing for. But not sure about conference. Not too sure about conference. I mean, you're laughing, but United couldn't even do that, right? You guys couldn't even win.
I'm not
we could have got
laughing,
him.
Eric, at what you just say. I'm laughing at what Mike has just shared to me.
RDS. Last summer we could have got him for 30 million last summer, bro, and we fucked it up. We thought he wasn't worth it.
You know, there's an inflation on the market. I call it the Chelsea inflation. I call it the Chelsea inflation. They cost us. There
might be something else going on here. I think Chelsea might be trying to like inflate the market so that we get some kind of, who knows, man? Who knows? Where I don't know, man. Maybe there's something going on. Maybe there's
things are happening indeed, man.
Thank you.
The only thing is going on is Todd B cannot negotiate.
Yep.
That's the only thing that's going on.
He brought a player in.
Yeah,
for
but
100 million.
You can't negotiate.
Bayern bought Sane, who won 2 Premier Leagues for 50 million.
Bayern different. You can't compare Chelsea with Bayern. Bayern are the best run. For me, Bayern are the best run club in the world, so it's not fair to do that comparison.
Eric, I thought Chelsea was the second heaviest jersey behind Real Madrid.
Actually,
did you hear me say that?
Yeah, H-Chick said that.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was
LL.
The second biggest club in the world as well, apparently.
That's
I didn't say that either.
No, you're realistic to some extent.
To some, okay.
You're kind of delusional as well sometimes.
Oh, am I?
Actually, no. Eric is actually wants to back Potter and give him time, which is actually the most.
Okay.
H probably wants to sack Potter if he doesn't win against. What's the next game?
Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace. Yeah.
Let me just quickly read some comments, guys, and then we'll just quickly look at the table again because I want people's top 4 predictions as it stands.
RDS, you're such a shameless man. Stop.
No. Because you don't know. We're almost halfway through. We're not even halfway through the season yet. There's still 20 games to play. Who knows what will happen? Let's have a look.
That is true.
What's this? Okay. What happens if Pep goes stripped after buying Hahn and walk up? Yeah, it's not happening.
He'll leave. He'll take a sabbatical, which I pray.
Yeah. Is that Karras? But if Karras lays a pinky toe on, is that Sabanit?
Selbenerstraße. That's the Bayern camp.
Okay. War crime charges
Listen,
against Bayern.
Listen, the Bayern board needs to get fired if this happened.
He's being released from Siberia.
Bayern can't get Karras, man. That's in fact, why doesn't Chelsea loan I don't know what Mendy or Kepa to Bayern? That would even be far superior than Karras would be. Nah,
well, you guys should have got Leno of us, Instead he went to Fulham.
Even what's his name? Who's that keeper?
Fucking Neuer,
Ex-United. The Bravka from Newcastle. He could have done the job.
I need just a good goalkeeper.
Michael, I'm seeing guys in my family who haven't talked about Man United in years starting to big up Man United after today. This is going to be bad.
Don't worry, SSB. I already got many voice messages today from United fans who I haven't talked to in years.
David T says, I'm actually happy for the league as a whole. It's more exciting this year. That is true. We're going to be fair. Like, it actually is a lot more exciting.
It's very exciting, yes.
Then it's been in a long time. Chelsea and Liverpool will be back, but so will Newcastle and a few unexpected teams. Yeah, I think whatever you say, I can't remember the last time. And again, let's say Spurs win tomorrow. So I can't remember where you're still halfway through a season and you're thinking, there could still be 3 or 4 teams that could be in a title race, etc. And not just in the Premier League, but in La Liga, in Serie A, etc. So, thank goodness the whole winning league is over. Mega says, God is a United fan.
You actually said that. Do you remember?
Oh my God.
Rashford put his hands up telling Bruno he wasn't going to touch the ball, interfere with the play. The centre-back should have seen his hands up and reacted. Well, we'll park that to one side because I think we'll agree to disagree. That Rashford goal was Fergie vibes.
Oh my God. Fergie time.
Let me quickly score past because we'll instead of the just move on. Mr. Jack, this is a good point. Actually, the game actually really changed when Garnacho came
Yeah.
on. This is true. I think United deserve something out of the game, regardless. That is true. I think because of Garnacho came on around that time, I think people focused more on the decision than the fact that, as I think Pride mentioned and talked to earlier in the chat, our shape almost went back to shape before Martial came on when Garnacho came onto the field, and I think that actually was more. So go on, Pride, yeah.
He's gonna get the number 10 jersey for Argentina.
No, relax.
Stop.
Calma.
Relax.
Stop, Pride. No. Stop, Pride.
That's getting retired, man.
Let's have a look. RH1 Shelter says, remember they didn't have it last season in the CL against Madrid. They didn't. Oh, was this the Liverpool offside? That wasn't the same situation, though, was it? I don't think it was the same situation when Benzema's goal didn't stand.
No, that's different. That's
different. That's different.
Tackle. Fabinho was making the tackle, not a pass.
David T says, also, I remember hearing that Bruno doesn't score in big games. Interesting. City don't control the game as much without a false nine, and lack of explosive wingers makes Man City attack weaker. That is true.
Yep.
Alvarez seems a more mobile, versatile forward than Haaland. Haaland is incredibly one-dimensional.
Better first touch as well.
I think these next comments are for Eric, actually. For 100 million, Mawada says, Steele, you're paying 120 million. You're getting robbed, bro.
Yeah, bro.
We'll see. We'll see if we are.
They told you put your hands up and give us all you've got.
Let's wait and see.
RDS, pull up the table once again to Eric. No, yeah, come on. Eric already knows the table. Eric knows the table. The João Felix loan plus 100 million Mudryk in a month. Hope this doesn't end up like Barca or you.
David T, there's still 15 more days to go in the transfer window. You don't think Tom B's going to spend another 100 million on somebody?
I'm scared.
Things are happening.
David T says things are happening whether they're positive or not.
I did say that. I did
say that. I remember you saying
that. I did say that. Yeah, you got me. I did say that. Okay, fair enough. You got me. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And SB says Sebastian might be onto something. Bram did have ties to the Kremlin, and that caused everything to go up in price. Oh, is that relation to the inflation?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's why I'm so confused. Why is Mudryk going to Chelsea, man? That club was owned by an ex-Russian.
8-7. What's the good point, actually? You know what's even the most funniest? He kept posting Instagram posts and Instagram stories with Arsenal. The eyes emoji.
God, yes.
Working for Arsenal so badly.
Working for Arsenal.
And I hate Chelsea so much, man.
He also liked the
right. Let's go on.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say.
So yeah, go on. Prime.
Yeah, he liked a picture of him getting jailed by Shakhtar. Some
oh my god!
This guy was posting like stories about Arsenal every single day on his feed, and now he's going to Chelsea.
He's a sick man, you know. He's actually a sick.
Speaking of Arsenal, H7, I want you to speak on this because we'll just begin to round things up. I think we're streaming with 2.5 hours, man, bro. Obviously, Arsenal play tomorrow. You're an Arsenal fan. They're away, and Arsenal do tend to struggle away to Spurs.
Yes.
How confident are you for this game, knowing obviously what happened today, City dropping points, United, etc., etc.?
I'm comparing it all to last season when we went away. Last season when we went away, we went with Sambi Lokonga, we went with Mohamed El Neni, we went with Rob Holding. Now we're switching up. Now we're going with Saliba, we're going with Partey, and Xhaka at least is going to be there, and Odegaard. So we're going to have our backline and midfield intact. We're going to have both our wingers. Now, the guy we're going to have down the middle, that's the guy that's going to decide the game for us. If he can just score one goal, I'm just asking just for one goal, I think we're winning the game. At least minimum 2 or 3-1. We're going to win the game. Because that Newcastle game, it came down to Eddie. And actually, it came down to some of the penalty decisions. But Eddie had opportunities where he got into good places, but he made the wrong choices, if that makes sense. Or he lost the ball at the wrong time. And he can't do that this weekend. He can't. Because we have a good chance to go 8 points clear of Man City. And Man City don't usually give up points during these times. You know that, Michael, and what's the other guy's name? The Liverpool fan, the ex-Liverpool fan. I mean,
Chainsaw.
Yeah,
Chainsaw?
Yeah, so you guys know Man City don't like to give points away, and they're literally trying to give us this league title, so we need to take advantage. I think we're gonna win 3-1 tomorrow. 3-1, yeah.
Ooh. Does anyone have any thoughts on the Spurs game? Well, I'll actually go around actually. So, Mike, your mic's still there. I think that's what's going on. Mike, what do you think of? How do you see this game going down?
I mean, Arsenal haven't won at White Hart Lane, or sorry, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium since 2014. I think was the last win. So, on paper and on the form, Arsenal should be wiping the floor with Tottenham because Tottenham at the moment don't look like a team. They're just a second half team. That's all they are. Second half FC. Now, it's a rivalry. Anything goes. I think Kulusevski and Bentancur are going to start tomorrow, so that's a big plus for Spurs. I said 2-2, and I'll stick by it. I think Arsenal will take the lead. Tottenham will fight back. Arsenal will take the lead. Tottenham will fight back, and it will end 2-2 and makes the title race even more intriguing.
Eric, I know you obviously don't want Arsenal to finish above Chelsea or be successful in any capacity, but being objective, like, who do you see as? How do you see this game planning out?
I know about the record, but I believe Arsenal have a really good chance. This is one of the best chances they've had to win this fixture at the new White Hart Lane. So I think they will win. I think they'll win 3-1. I'm just gonna stick to my initial prediction. Conte is someone I don't rate very highly. Some Chelsea fans might be upset with me saying that,
Eric?
but
He won you a league.
I know. But for me, the guy is overrated, man. He's not as good as people say he is. He's not what people think he is. And United might have dodged the bullet, not getting Conte.
They did dodge a bullet. They did a massive. Yeah. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, so for me, I think unless we see something very different from Spurs, this should be an Arsenal win. I think they will win, and they had better win, by the way, because like someone said earlier, I think Pep is trying to do his friend Arteta a favor. So let's see what happens. But yeah, let's see. Arsenal should win this game.
AD, your thoughts on how you think this game is going to turn out?
Yeah, it's a big game. It's a huge game. And I think for Spurs, as I said, Kane and Son have to both perform well in this game. I'm really keen to see how Tottenham will do in this game because, like I said, they have to go up. You know, like especially getting embarrassed by them in the reverse fixture. Like they have to play attack-minded football. You know, you can't be defensive, especially at home against your biggest rivals. You know, and for Arsenal, as I said, I just think that it's going to come down to like whether the players are clinical enough. I just think that because for me, I think Arsenal will probably dominate this game. I think Spurs will probably play in the counterattack. And it would just depend on how clinical Arsenal are. So I agree with Mike. I think it's going to be a draw, a 2-2 draw. Yeah. Something tells me we might have a controversial decision in this game, just like we had in the Manchester derby.
I can't remember a London derby that wasn't controversial. There's usually something that's controversial in the London derby. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Samasi, how do you see this game going out?
I think in the first half, Tottenham are so bad in the first half. Like they cannot play football in the first half. It's bad. I think. I mean Tottenham. Sorry. I think it's gonna be 3-0 in the first half, and then Arsenal are gonna make a comeback with 2 goals, and it's gonna end 3-2 for Arsenal. Let's face it, it's gonna be a penalty for Harry Kane. He's gonna shoot the penalty.
It would be typical predictable Spurs fashion where Arsenal give away a penalty and Kane scores a penalty. In fact, if I don't advertise people to bet or anything like that, but if you are going to bet and you want guaranteed money, I would do that on Kane getting a penalty in the game. I'm 90% sure that's going to happen. Sorry. You finish your points, Massey? Oh, Massey? Chainsaw, what's your thoughts?
Regarding this, I'd say it's a 3-0 win for Arsenal. I don't see how Samasi could say that Spurs could score 3 goals when players like Son have been exposed for who they actually are. Like, people were rating Son like this.
No, Arsenal are gonna score 3 goals.
Oh, I thought you said Spurs. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, it's 3-0 easy win for Arsenal. I don't see Spurs scoring any goals in this game. I mean, their attack's massively overrated, minus Kulusevski.
Okay.
Chainsaw, is your club going to win the Premier League this year?
Yes, they are.
Gotcha.
I'll add a second question. Is Darwin Núñez actually going to deliver that hat city that you said at the beginning of the season? But I'm still waiting on that.
Listen, I promise you he'll score a hat-trick against United, so you're gonna.
He better at Anfield. He better at Anfield.
He will.
He better because we I don't want to see Rashford dunking on.
You dodged a bullet when he was injured, so we'll see.
Yeah, we can't see Rashford dunking on bantering. That might actually sack Klopp, by the way, if he does that. But maybe you guys want that. Who knows? Who was it? I haven't asked. Yeah, Pride. How do you think that this game is going to go?
I think this is going to end in a 2-2 for me. I think Arsenal have always found it difficult to come to the what's that stadium even called anyways these days? I don't even know what it's called.
It's Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
No, it's going to be called Google Stadium soon.
New White Hart Lane.
New White Hart Lane.
The new White Hart Lane. I think it's going to be they always find it difficult Spurs away, so I think it's going to be 2-2. I think Kane might show up. Maybe I don't know if Son's going to show up though. Depends on how they line up. I don't want to see Emerson playing at right back anymore because that guy's not a footballer. I don't know what he is.
He's washed.
Yeah, I'd rather see someone like Matt Doherty play there. I don't know if they're gonna play with have any of you guys watched the recent Spurs games? Can you guys tell me if they play with the back 4 or back 5?
No, they use the back 5. They have
Back
Doherty at the right back now.
So yeah, I think it might be a 2-2, but if it's not a draw, then I'd go for a easy Arsenal win. But I just think that if it's Spurs away, I think it might be a draw.
Let me quickly read some comments. Let me go out because I've been streaming for 2 hours and I've got to go and get at least something to eat before the cookout.
Actually, one question already is: are there any injuries? What are the injuries for?
Oh, that's an interesting question. H7, is there any injuries for Arsenal?
Jesus, that's it.
That's it. Spurs.
Martinelli are fit.
I think Kulusevski and Bentancur questionable. They should be starting though. I think.
Oh, Bentancur is not playing.
Well, he's questionable. He's coming off injury.
Nah, he's back apparently. He's going to be starting this game.
Is it going to be like Skip and Højbjerg?
No. It will be Bentancur and Højbjerg.
Now, Bentancur, I heard he's still out.
Artis, I want to say something real quick. It's kind of important. So I heard tomorrow that I think if Kane scores like 2 goals tomorrow, he will become the all-time top scorer in the North London derby.
No. He's already his all-time Tottenham scorer.
All-time Tottenham scorer. Yeah, sorry.
Is that a trophy? No, so.
Don't worry, you're gonna go. You're gonna go.
Correct?
He's going to Man United.
I gotta say, if this prick reject Bayern because he want to stay in the Premier League, classy.
Oh yeah, I will lose. I'll lose respect for him if he does that because
he'll stay because he wants to break the Alan Shearer record.
Yeah, that's the only
he's
reason.
Such a prick.
Yeah, but Samasi,
What
if he goes to Man United and next season wins them the treble?
Wow.
That I would understand if he goes to Man United.
He's gonna win
RDS, stop playing it down, RDS.
He might not.
I'm saying Tottenham classy.
I'm saying it because I want United to go for Osimhen. Osimhen is my guy. I want him.
Yes.
I want my.
Oh wait. RDS. Are you telling me you would take Osimhen over Kane right now?
Yes.
I would.
Yes.
I would.
Yes.
I would about the future.
I would.
And now as well.
I
don't know.
Kane is what isn't he 30 now?
Let me take a sip of my drink. I can't believe you just said
29.
that.
He's 29.
I wouldn't.
I think Kane is the better striker.
Come on, bro.
I think Kane's better right now.
Wait, guys.
Osimhen's better long term, though.
Guys, one second. Don, the link is in the description. Okay, you can come on. You can come on and have the link is in the description. Okay, you can come on and have your say. Okay, you can come. The link is in this description, or if you want me to DM you the link, I can. Okay, John.
I don't smoke. What happened today, bro? What happened? What's going on in City?
RDS, please bring up Fudhill's comment.
Oh wait.
Oh my god.
Kane can't even.
Oh my god! If you are at Bayern, you have to learn German. Oh my god,
guys!
Oh my god, it's gonna be so hard for him.
So generally, RDS, you would take Osimhen over Kane. Is that just based on talent or for the future really of Osimhen?
Yeah, it's both because I want to. It's.
Don't be biased. Don't be biased.
Okay, yeah. Michael. An element is biased because I'm Nigerian, and you know,
of course,
I would love to see like a Nigerian number number 9 leading Manchester United. I'll keep it a stack, you know. So I would love that, but it's also future thinking. In like, I'm a bit tired of having to constantly like change number 9s almost every, 1-2 years. United haven't had a consistent number 9 since I can't remember.
Never. You've never.
Yeah, probably during Fergie.
Remember, you had Eric Cantona, then Rude. Yeah. No, then you had them 2 strikers.
You can make a case that Rooney became the number 9, like in the latter years of Fergie, potentially. Somewhat.
What about RVP?
RVP was only there for 2-3 seasons. Was it?
No, but I'm saying, RVP was your striker when Rooney was there, and before him it was Berbatov, and then before him it was him and Ronaldo. And then before them, it was Ruud van Nistelrooy. So there's never been a time where you've not been had a striker for more than 5-6 years.
Yes,
playing in that role.
Yeah,
that's true.
So I agree with that. I just think that like because of that, I think we've been suffering, and this makeshift of like, okay, you bring in Cavani, bring in Zlatan, bring in Lukaku to us. No, I want a number 9 that's going to be with United for at least a couple of years, rather than just seeing what happens.
That I understand. They're just 2 different profile of strikers. So which one do you prefer? Do you want the one who's very good in possession like Harry Kane, or do you want the one who's sort of create chaos but he's a very effective striker in Osimhen? That's this. Which one do you want? It's more or less what I'm saying.
Yeah, and RDS also, here's another thing. Here's another thing. Spurs will charge so much money for Harry Kane. Like they're going to charge so much.
80. Napoli with De Laurentiis as the president is going to ask 140 million for Osimhen.
Yeah, they're going to be the same price. Let's face it.
But
I think so. I still think
Osimhen is not that good for me. Right?
I still think it'd be cheaper though. But you might be right, Michael. Especially if they win the league, like Osimhen will be expensive.
I'm not going to say if United get Kane that I'm going to be like, oh, why did you get Kane? It's bad, something like that. Of course I'll take him. So, but if you just want my personal preference, I would prefer Osimhen over Kane.
You would get that kid immediately on the first day if Osimhen was a player.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, Don Smoke, you're saying, welcome Don Smoke to the panel, by the way. Welcome, buddy. Hope you're doing okay after the events of today.
Yeah, but your poll is biased. The ref and VR deserve a slot day. I think they were the men of the match.
No,
but regarding
don't
the thing is this.
Okay, I've got to let Don Smoke has to have his piece. So go on. You can speak uninterrupted, Don Smoke. Go on.
No. I think besides Benzema, I think Kane is the second best ball playing striker. Right. I prefer Osimhen to go to United than Kane, because Osimhen for me is a better version of Nunes. Right. He's not so good on the ball. People don't really notice that. He's just physical, right? He's very physical. So the physicality covers but there's so many good ball playing players around him that makes him look better than he is. Put him in another team. Put him in a Juventus or so. You're gonna see how that he's not wow. He's just a better version of Nunes. You would be complaining almost every week because of his first touch. He can't control the ball really that well. I've watched some Napoli games. I was like, shit, how did this guy make this team? Because if you see everyone around him, they're so good on the ball.
Fair enough. So
as the Nigerians, what do you think of it?
Okay, yeah. I mean, he did brick it for us to qualify for the World Cup. So I'm not.
No. But if he wins
the Champions League, then
it's a real trophy.
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest. Here. If he wins the
Disney
Serie A
Plus.
with Napoli, that's dud. That's dud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not for him, but for the team.
Yeah, he's heavily involved in it. He's the top goal scorer of the Serie A. So, Osimhen, man. I mean,
For me, it's more like.
Go ahead,
Michael. I say it this way. You remember Sterling at City, right? Whereby I told you that his numbers are inflated because of the number of chances created for him. Whereby, look at Sterling now at Chelsea, whereby he has to create things for himself, and you see how difficult. That it's not easy to get those numbers. Same thing I see. You have so much creativity around you that all you have to do is just put the ball in the back of the net. If you watch his games, most of the time, all he has to do is put the ball in the back of the net.
Now I think RDS knows. He remembers Ghana versus Nigeria, but hey, you remember that?
I'll allow it, man. What is he supposed to do with Moses Simon, Alex Iwobi, and these bricks for the Super Eagles? Come on, man.
Okay, fix your first touch. How about that? You can do
87. We need to look at some of those passports again. That's all I'm saying. Some of those passports.
Well, to be fair, was there any good Nigerian players like in those 2 games?
No, Iwobi was okay. He was okay.
To be fair, it's speaking of Iwobi, like he's probably been Everton's because I think he got injured against United, didn't he? Yes, he did when we beat Everton. I said like he's actually been Everton's, as bad as Everton have been, he's been their best player. And if Iwobi is injured for how long it is, then Everton actually might go down. So
I mean, RDS being the best player at Everton is not saying much because look where they're at in the table.
Yeah. Hey, what happened to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, guys?
Bro, he's focusing on modeling that guy. I don't know what's happened to Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah, he's
they're not.
That looks disgusting.
Wow, 19th. Oh, bro.
Man, man.
Why isn't he fired?
Because he has to be sacked tonight.
It's not his fault. It's not his fault, Samasi.
No, 87. Come on, bro. There's guys like Connor Cody, Tarkowski. They at least have Premier League experience.
That's their level.
That's their level. They have themselves to blame. I hope they get relegated because that would be the only positive thing with this Liverpool season.
Yeah.
And Maradona announced doesn't die down if Napoli wins Scudetto this year. The Serie A is a joke compared to 80 Serie A and difficult to Liverpool back then. You can't compare Serie A to the 90s this year to no way. There's not even a comparison. I'm not.
That was like the Premier League back then.
Yeah, exactly. Like almost like even like your Brexit English fans would have like watched like 90s Serie A. It was something else. So, yeah, you can't even.
They had the best players. Let's face it.
Yeah.
This is by the way, Fadil, this isn't true.
No, I heard that. Hey, I've seen that, bro. I've seen that.
I can't. I can't believe
That's so wrong. That's so wrong.
Lewandowski.
God.
No, this can't be. No, H7. This can't be real. Did actually people say this?
You know the accent. You know how Scouse accent starts as well. So it don't match well together when they say it.
Jeez, man. This is.
These football fans, need to go to jail.
AD, you gave us a final topic actually. So because you said, do you guys think Spurs get top 4? Well, let's round this thing, guys. I'll just quickly go around, then we will end the stream. So here's coming again. For those who can't see their clubs, I'm sorry.
I can't match. Just hide Arsenal, Man City. Just hide Arsenal, Man City, and Man United. Just hide.
Wait, already a sector fixtures.
Let me just quickly. Sorry, 1 second. Oh, no, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. Okay. So there's the top 7 right there. Michael, how do you see? As we get to midway through the season, we're effectively midway through the season already.
Yep.
How do you see this top 4 finishing?
Okay, the top 3 are going to stay like that, and 4th place will be Tottenham. That's how I see it going down. Newcastle are going to do well, but they're going to be like Leicester and West Ham of the last couple of seasons. They're going to get to 25 games played. They'll be 4th place, but then slowly fade away because they just don't have the quality. So my top 4 would be Arsenal, Man City, United, and then Tottenham.
Also, I'll add, like, if there are any surprises, if you think that any other teams that could come and sneak into top 4, feel free to mention those teams as well. Like, just throw them in as well, you know? Eric, top
Liverpool.
4. A surprise, you know what I mean? Eric.
No, don't smoke. Don't take the piss.
Yeah, look, any team you can't see on the screen right now, they're probably not going to get top 4. I'm going to say City will win it. Arsenal will be second.
Mhm.
I think United will be third, and I got a feeling Newcastle will be able to maintain this run. So far, they've done. I don't think anybody expected. One or two people might have predicted it, but how well they've done is something that most people didn't see coming. So I have a feeling they'll be able to maintain this run, and they'll get that fourth spot. I think Spurs will miss out.
AD, your thoughts? You
Yeah,
said you want.
it's really
You say you want to see some fixtures, was it?
Yeah. Could you check Tottenham's fixtures if you could?
Spurs, okay.
Yeah.
So obviously Arsenal at home, then City away on Thursday. So that's Thursday this week. Then Fulham on Monday away. Then obviously the Preston. Yeah, ignore that. In the FA Cup. Then Spurs. They're playing City back to back basically.
Yeah.
And then Leicester in I think February. Do you want me to go further, or is that fair?
I mean, you could go farther if you want, but that's fine.
I mean Spurs, West Ham. Then they got Chelsea at home. You know, I'm sure Chelsea can get a result there. Wolves away.
Yeah, just like, ooh.
Yeah,
April
this
could be
period
tough.
is quite difficult. I think. I think Liverpool will be back by that point.
Oh, the main month is decent.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
The thing with Spurs, I feel like they're good at big games, but like they're not really good in the games that they should win. That we see sense. Like that's my problem with Spurs, and that it feels like Newcastle is like really good in like all around. So it's gonna be very close. I think it depends how far Spurs go in the Champions League. I think if Spurs, like for me, if Spurs go out early in the Champions League to Milan, then I think they might get top four because of the fact that they can just put everything in the league. But I think if they go far in the Champions League, I think that's gonna mess everything. That's gonna mess things up for them. So it hinges upon that. So, and Newcastle, kind of like what Mike said, like they're gonna do well, but they might Newcastle like they might just fade away, like we've seen with other teams that pass, like West Ham, you know, Leicester City. So it's really difficult, man. It's really difficult to pick.
I think the thing with Newcastle is the fact that defensive record is so good, and that for me is why, like I because if you look 18 games. Newcastle conceded 11, Spurs conceded 25. Like that is a huge difference when we're almost halfway through the season. So I don't disagree. I wouldn't be surprised if Newcastle fade away, but the fact that you have the best defensive record in the league, that usually means that you're going to do something. Whether that's win a Carabao Cup, as SMP said, maybe they fall off, but they win the Carabao Cup because the defense is going to one-off game. FA, who knows? Or secure top four because you're what? They're conceding like less than zero. What's 18? Sorry, 18 divided by 11. That's like 0.6 or 0.5 or something.
Yeah, my problem with Artis. My problem is that they might have so many draws. So like, especially 0-0 draws. Like those kind of draws I can get. Because draws is 1 point, right? And it's So that like it's kind of like what Sevilla did. Like Sevilla last season, La Liga, they were actually really good. It's just they had so many draws last season, and their attack wasn't that good. And we know how this season's been. Like their defense has been so bad this season. So that's why they're in the relegation zone because their attack's been bad. So it's really, really tough at the moment. I think I might give the Newcastle a slight edge, but I wouldn't be surprised with Spurs. For me, it's Newcastle Spurs. I don't really think any other team is going to do it. Sorry, Liverpool. Sorry, Chelsea.
AD, there's no need to be sorry. We're just garbage.
No, I want to be respectful.
There's an outside chance. There's always an outside chance, man. There's always an outside chance.
RDS, you're a funny guy.
RDS, you're reverse things.
You should be a RDS. You know what? If you weren't a doctor, you should be a salesman. That's what you should be. Man, trying to give out hope here. Come on, bro.
Like, okay. Let's go. How many points really are Chelsea? Let's be real. Liverpool 9. They're what? 8? What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
7.
6.
Well,
7
they're 10 points behind you.
7. We're talking fourth though, but between fourth. So there's 7 points behind 4.
Dang.
That's 2 wins and a draw. You got 20 games to play, and Chelsea are.
RDS.
10 points.
Let
So that's
all
okay,
of us
3 points.
have our predictions, then we, you know.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to deflect. Sorry, it's the drinks, guys. Sorry.
Massey then Chainsaw.
I think Arsenal. Oh, I can't believe I'm saying. I hope not,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Arsenal are gonna win the league. Then I have actually Man United second, Man City third, and Newcastle fourth. Tottenham is gonna be fifth.
Well,
Wow.
Fulham top 6. Fulham
That's big.
So, Massey, where do you think Liverpool are going to finish this season?
best team.
Out of curiosity.
Oh, I have them between 7 and 6. 7 and 6.
Oh, not the Conference League, bro. I don't want to play against passwords, please.
I think Klopp is gonna leave, and then I think you're gonna get a good coach, and then you're gonna win again.
Thomas Tuchel.
Steven
I think
Gerrard.
it's gonna be Rangnick, Tuchel, somebody like that.
He'd do well with Liverpool, I think. At least
Yeah.
2 years, he'll get them to compete.
Chainsaw, your predictions.
So what first thing I'll say is all my predictions this season have been accurate. I made no mistakes. I did predict that Man City won't win the league, and that's correct. I predicted Chelsea won't finish in the top 4. That's correct.
True.
I mean, it's correct so far. It's not over yet.
Indeed,
The only
Eric.
thing
Indeed,
people,
Eric.
the only thing I kept saying was obviously 35 goals for Nunes and 10 assists. Yes, that might not happen, but that's because of injuries. So we could put an asterisk behind my prediction there. I think next season
you said Liverpool. You said Liverpool will win the league.
No. Relax, Don. So he is injured. He's injured now, right now.
Okay.
So I put an asterisk with that prediction. My top 4 would be Arsenal first.
Okay.
That's what I'm hoping. Man City second.
Okay.
Liverpool third, and United fourth. My prediction's always been Liverpool will finish above United. There's no way United finishes above Liverpool. And here's the thing. You can clip this one, Ardia.
Chainsaw, can you say that with a bit more chest, please?
No. Yeah, you can clip this bit. Okay, clip this bit, right?
Okay, fine. I will.
When Diaz won't come back, when Nunes will come back, Firmino will come back, and Jota will come back soon, within the next month. And then we'll go on a 14 winning run, winning 14 games in a row.
Okay.
And we'll get third place. Just like we did in 2021.
Let Chainsaw land. Let Chainsaw land. So go on, finish your point.
Just like we did in 2021. And we'll get third. We'll compete in the Champions League. We won't win it, but we'll compete well in the Champions League. And our season will be saved once Jota, Firmino, and Nunes are back.
What about Diaz? Diaz back as well?
Diaz has got a long-term injury, so I can't bring him into this.
Okay, so Liverpool's season is relying on Jota, Firmino, and who was the other one?
Nunes.
So Jota, Firmino, Nunes will ensure Liverpool finish third this season.
Yes, we did it in 2021, so there's history of us doing it. We'll do it again.
Fair. Well, see, that's what I'm saying, guys. Outside chance.
Yeah, that's the shock.
What I mean,
the big shock.
That'll be the shock. So you just say it with chest, Chainsaw. So just say it with chest.
Yeah, I'm saying it with chest. I actually do believe that will happen, as long as injuries don't disturb the 3 that were coming back.
H7. Your predictions.
For the top 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Man United first, Arsenal second.
Why United first? H7. Can you clarify?
I think you might not back in it, man. Weghorst is going to take you a lot to the league, man.
Now I know you're trolling, man. Now I know you're
I'm serious.
Weghorst taking us. You could have been like saying, you could even said Rashford. If you said Rashford, I'd been like, okay, fine.
Rashford did his thing, but you lot need another gunman, man. Come on, man. No one else is scoring goals for you lot. So that's why I think Weghorst is going to take you a lot to the 21. And Man City third. And you know what? I'm going to put Liverpool fourth. I'm going to have faith in Liverpool to do a comeback. They're going to have a 2-week winter break, I think, around February. Go to somewhere hot, clear your minds, come back, and go on a 20-game winning streak and secure top 4.
Well, I'm glad everybody else is drinking them with me, because your ludicrous predictions are crazy. Holy cow.
there's always hope, Mike. Remember, have hope. There's
Have
always hope.
hope,
There's
man.
hope. There's always hope. Don, man, what's your? We're ending with you, Don. What's your predictions for the top four?
All right. So looking at this, right, United, yes, in the best form, but I don't see United getting any better than they're playing right now. And all the teams around them have injuries, so these teams will improve when their players come back, right? So I see us winning the league, right? I believe when our players come back, when Diaz is back, when Stones is back, I think we will have that defensive fortitude that we normally have. So I see us getting the league. Then Arsenal will get second, I think, because of the good start that they have and momentum will take them, but it won't be enough. Liverpool will come in third. Liverpool have so much attacking force, so much of the attacking force is injured. And the thing is this, they won't get better defensively, but they have enough firepower to outscore most teams. So you'll probably see some
Exactly.
4-3, 3-2. It's not that they're gonna be better defensively, but they'll have enough attacking power to break down most teams when most of their force is back. So they will get third. Now fourth, I think it's between Tottenham and Newcastle. I don't see United getting fourth. Because this is the peak.
Speak on it, Don. Speak on it, Don. Speak on it, Don.
Bro,
Speak on it, Don, man.
We all drink
So
tonight.
No.
the thing is this,
Don, I like Don's predictions, man. Go on, Don. Go on.
you can like them, you can not like them. It's not even a jinx, man. I'm just going back on what's happened. I think with Richarlison and Kulusevski and Bentoko when they return, Tottenham is that bogey team whereby that's second enough they can always come back. So then I think that's my top four. United are not in it, unfortunately, and Chelsea.
Okay.
Ardius. Can I make one last point?
Yes,
so
Mike,
I bought a Snapple the other day. You guys know Snapple, the drink?
Yeah.
So you know how they come with the fact on the back of the cap, right? Okay, so plants are like humans, can run a fever if they are sick. Well, some of your predictions are fucking sick in this chat right now because I don't know what you guys are smoking. The Liverpool third, fourth attacking team comes back.
Hey, Diaz and Jota coming back.
We have four.
I mean, half of the panel said Liverpool will finish third. So, and if I'm honest, I agree with them as well. You know, so
have hope, mate.
RDS. Okay, wait, RDS. Now, take away your shameless and trying to jinx us. Where do you realistically think Liverpool are finishing?
I think it's difficult because I agree with like to Don Smith stuff that, as I've said, I think I actually said at the beginning of the stream that I don't think United's squad depth is going to be enough to compete for a title, and I worry about them even getting top four if key players like Casemen and Rashford get injured. Because if Casemen and Rashford get injured, I don't know. There's, unless we're waiting Sancho. What's Sancho going to do? Weghorst, we don't know. Unless Weghorst plays like Cavani did when he came, and it's just phenomenal, and just scores goal after goal after goal, then fair enough. I don't see that happening with that type of player. Like at best, he might score a goal once every 2 games, maybe. That's what I'm expecting anyway, which is fine. So. The reason why I'm not going, Fado says I like Don Smo's confidence. The reason why I'm not confident with United is solely because they are not going to get back to the January transfer window. They've been in this situation before, and I know for a fact as soon as the Europa League hits, United are going to be plagued with injuries, and that will cost United any chance of, whatever they're doing at the top of the table, and it will probably impact their position of getting top 4. Because this top 4 race is like, it's really, as I said, if Newcastle beat Fulham tomorrow, they've got 38 points. They're also only a point behind City. If Spurs somehow beat Arsenal tomorrow, they're 2 points. So, it's not over. It's not over. And as we said, Liverpool, Chelsea, now that Chelsea have got this 100 million Mudryk guy, he might...
Yes.
No,
I'm thinking about them, man. Them man are they're all the way down there, bro. We're up here, bro. We're in a tight race together about RDS, bro.
All I'm saying is that you don't spend £100 million on a player and not expect him to come in and ball instantly and give you some good results. Isn't that right?
But this was Chelsea, man.
How much points can Chelsea get with Mudryk, bro? Let's do a math right now. My prediction is maximum to the end of the season they get 30 points. From now to end of the season, 30 points. So that puts them around, what, 50, 55 points?
Hmm.
Forget about them. Bro, United are in for a title race, bro. I need you to focus on the title race, bro.
Sorry, Don't Smoke, yeah?
I have a question, Arias.
Okay.
Is Felix and Mudryk both gonna have their home debut on the same day?
No, Mudryk. Mudryk is playing on Wednesday against Crystal Palace, right, Eric?
I have no idea. Maybe, I don't know. Is he even in London right now? I have no idea. I don't know what.
Apparently
it's
he-
not. It's not.
Oh, Eric,
No, he is.
As we
He
I
speak
didn't
is.
right
notice
now,
Eric.
he
Yeah,
is.
can I ask Eric a question?
Yeah,
Eric, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
All right. When Felix comes back, will you guys present him as a new signing at Stamford Bridge?
No, because he's not. He's only here on loan, so that's not gonna happen. Maybe Mudryk will be announced or whatever. I have no idea, but we don't do that for loan players, and I can't even remember the last time we did that for a player. So
That's true. I don't think they did announce him for Zakaria, for example. So he's injured.
RDS, I just figured it out. You know what Todd Bowley's gonna do? They have a game tomorrow against Crystal Palace, similar to what actually United did last season with Varane. They're gonna bring Mudryk on the pitch. They're gonna present him as a new Chelsea player. Everybody will forget about the bad form. Todd Bowley's gonna look like a hero. I just realized this right now. This is Todd Bowley is a marketing genius. You can never go against that.
Yeah, no. I mean, big key signings often do at the right times. I mean, come on, with the whole Glazers out situation, and then they bring in Sancho and Varane and so on, and people forget about it. So I've got no doubt about that. Listen, guys, we've been going for 3 hours now, but thanks everyone in the chat for staying with us. Thank you guys for the panel. Mike, Eric, Don Smoke, Samasi, Chainsaw, AD, everyone that got involved, H7 as well. We'll probably be live again around this time to break down the events of tomorrow, events of the Spurs game tomorrow. But yeah, guys, stay tuned. Oh, sorry, Mike. So I know Mike and AD have got the YouTube channels here, and Chainsaw, you as well. Can you shout out your YouTube channels, please?
If you want to see depressing content of Liverpool, Michael Talks Football channel. That's it.
AD, go on, man.
Yeah, my channel. Sorry, my channel name is at AD44.
And Chainsaw, I know it's not football related, but you do have a YouTube channel, so I want you to shout out as well.
Yeah, mine's non-football related, and also subscribe to Red Marvel as well. Hopefully soon we'll be back.
Yes, it will. Yes, yeah, definitely.
DM me.
I need to DM you about that actually. Right, have a nice day, everyone. See you later.
Peace.
I'm sure some of you guys watching will be cooking HH in about 20 minutes time. So yeah, peace.
Peace.